Hello everyone and welcome back to Dice and Dudes, a weekly D&D game continuing the adventures of the Knights of Fate and our hurtling towards 3-year D&D campaign. Thanks all for coming back and supporting us. We are sponsored today by Military Gamer Supply. Military Gamer Supply just had a very successful Extra Life live stream and a couple of tournaments. Vince, what events we got coming up for Extra Life? Or for MGS?
This coming Friday, we have Friday Night Magic. We're going to have open gaming on Saturday and Sunday, pretty much every day. Next weekend there's a 40K GT, the Nowhere Open GT, and that's about it for the next couple weeks, except for
we're also having Dragon Ball Super trading card game tournaments on Sundays here with prize support. We're also having a Thanksgiving event here. We will be open at 2 p.m. tomorrow, and pretty much it's going to be a potluck. So if you feel like bringing something, you can. If you don't have anything, it's just a place to be, especially if you're a soldier out there that doesn't have anywhere to be this Thanksgiving. Come hang out with us.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be a great time. Everybody bring down some games, eat some food, enjoy a potluck. It'll be a great time had by all. We're also brought to you today by David's Tiles and Terrain. A small miniature painting and terrain making company. Makes anything you need for any type of tabletop game, war game, Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, Vampire the Masquerade, anything you need at all. You can hit them up on Facebook or Instagram. That is David's Tiles and Terrain. We got anything else? Anybody got anything else for today? No other announcements? We'll be back at regular time. I know it's going to be Thanksgiving tomorrow, so happy Thanksgiving to all you Twitch people, Facebook, and YouTube people out there. I hope you all have a great time with your families, enjoy food. If you can't and you're in El Paso, come on down to Military Gamer Supply and enjoy a nice little potluck. Okay, if that's all we got for now, let's go ahead and get ourselves into the game. So, last time, the Knights of Fate had teleported into the Towering Wood, trying to make their way directly into Keligiar camp. Instead, something happened with the spell, and a little over half the party was deposited a couple of days away from the camp itself. 2 members were missing, Rotmir and Triswin, and they had no idea as to where they were. After traveling towards the camp under the innate directions of their fellow Harry the Ranger, they made their way towards the camp, where they were ambushed by some strange creatures composed entirely of tentacles and a sentient moss creature that seemed to mess with their heads, even stunning them to a point or making them go slightly insane. After dispatching the enemies, they made their way to Keligiar camp and found that Rotmir and Triswin had been picked up by a patrol of rangers to the north of the camp, about a half a day's walk. They were in manacles, but they managed to, with Perry and Thraka's help, talk the rangers into letting them go, and that they were not a threat and indeed part of the Knights of Fate. Trying to convince Telfor, sorry about that. Where are you? Trying to convince Leighton that 3 of the the gatekeeper seals that keep the realm of Zoriat at bay are actually fake and are instead protecting the realm of Barovia and keeping that out of counter-Maenus alignment with Corvair. He, while agreed that thought had crossed the minds of the gatekeepers several times over centuries, that the seals they're protecting could be being used against them, he still needed proof of this, some kind of tangible evidence, not just their word and not the writings in an old book. They decided between either heading towards an observatory to try to glean the truth of the past through the lenses of the observatory, or make their way to Greenheart and speak to Olean, the great awakened tree, the oldest living thing on the planet. They opted for speaking with Olean and headed south under the care of Atomic, Haworth, and Lumiere, rangers that patrol that section of the Towering Wood regularly. They travel with them for just over a day and realized that they had at some point turned west and were no longer heading towards Greenheart. When confronted by the ranger, the resident warlock, Thraka, standing next to Perry, noticed that his eyes were blank, that there was no sheen in his eyes, that almost glazed over, no consciousness in them. He tried to establish a telepathic contact with the creature to speak to him, but the half-orc's mind could not be connected to. And that is where we are picking up the game today, standing within the Towering Wood with Haworth, Lumiere, and Tomic all before you guys, and you guys in a small group about 30 feet away from the crumbling ruins of an old barracks used by the gatekeeper.
Intuition check?
We
already ran the inside checks for those. Yeah.
We're at initiative.
They currently have a gun, a bow, and magic pointed at them.
What's magic? Only the blessing of a lounger protects them.
So is anybody else doing anything else before Perry shoots?
So Perry's lifting his gun.
Oh, he already had his gun pointed at him.
Get out my weapon.
Alright, let's go ahead and roll initiative real quick. And let me go ahead and set you guys up so you guys can see.
You got the coin at the beginning of the day.
Oh, okay, thank you. I truly appreciate that.
So David, if you want to go ahead and curse me for 3 charges, that would be nice.
I will curse you for 3 charges.
It's only because you love me.
Yeah, it's because, let's face it, you need more luck than I
Are
do.
you monitoring the stream?
What?
Are you monitoring the stream?
Well,
As much as you can.
as much
I
as I
just want to
can.
know where my head can be and where my head can't
You're
be.
fine.
You shouldn't be.
Yeah, you'd be
At
good.
your height
You
level,
don't
you're
need to
good.
wear that.
Yeah, you're good. You're really good.
Next week
If you
we will
stood up
have
and moved
our
2 feet to
prediction.
the
Yeah,
left,
your
it would be a
face is in the
problem.
lower right-hand corner of the screen.
So this is
So
Tommy.
don't stand up and move 2 feet to the left, completely away from the encounter, and everything is.
Gotcha.
I see a little silhouette of a dead man. Scaramouche, can you do the fireball in the nuts? Thunderbolts and lightning, dead rangers frightening. Galileo,
Is he
Figaro.
gonna die again?
Word into the wood, rangers.
Oh, I thought you said
Kill 'em all.
ranger. I was like, oh, he's dying again. Okay.
Well, he might too. Depends how you take it.
Okay, so
Am I disadvantaging my initiative or?
you know what? Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Thank you for that.
Huh?
Oh, you lowered my good roll, and we all know that when I have good initiative, bad shit happens.
This is
Okay,
very true.
So 20 to 25.
21.
No.
So Ron has 21. Somebody roll for Perry.
You got it?
Roll this die. 12 plus
Can we
7.
please let Vince roll?
Okay.
No,
Natural
you
20.
already rolled it. 19.
I roll.
You already got it.
Damn it.
19. 15 to
I rolled a
20.
I
19.
got 19.
So 19, 19, 19. Okay,
17.
so
17.
17.
Thraka, Arnos, and Perry. We'll put Perry last, so Thraka or Arnos. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Less chance for him to walk into my AoE.
You said you have a 16?
17.
17.
Thank you very much.
17.
17 for Flynn.
I'm at a +1.
I have a negative.
So Flynn.
So Flynn, then Tristan.
Oh.
2 more negatives to go. We going thermonuclear?
Yeah.
about you let Roddy Knight position?
All right.
And then you do the AoEs?
Yeah, don't position inside the AoE.
Well, no, but still.
You'll be able to tell what mine is because it's a bunch of black tentacles everywhere.
So, starting
Go
off,
into a glowing rape zone.
Tamir looks over at Tomic. Tomic here looks over at him and growls something at him in Orcish.
Oh, so I don't know him. What are you saying?
He says, "Closer." That's it.
Okay.
Then he puts his hands up in the air and stands. Howard takes a step back, looks at Perry. Whoa. Calm down. Calm down. And Tomic, over there, he carries his greatsword just over his shoulder. All he does is kind of pull it into his hands and wait.
He's armed.
But he makes no aggressive move.
I kick him.
Robbie.
I get the shield and the hammer out. And I walk right there. Where are...
Fairly well, friend.
Okay, so you just walk right up in between them.
Fairly well, friend.
As you step, they take another step back, just with their hands up.
I'm not
Rockin',
stopping.
what are you doing?
Get a better angle of this. As I said, fairly well, friend. It's this line right here, right? That's them?
No.
No, the one with your index finger over him is Rodmir.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's why I said fairly well, friend.
No. Don't hit party members.
Well, things are gonna happen if that happens.
Yeah. Don't.
Do what you're gonna do, Nick.
Well, we already set the gameplay and then you stepped into it, so
Back it off, Nick.
whatever. I'm just gonna step back
Yeah.
and do nothing.
Okay. Artemis, what are you doing?
Well,
If we didn't block everybody's AoEs all the time.
I'll leave my bow trained on the one who decided to draw his weapon.
Like you say, you turn over to him instead?
I'm not sure what's going on here, and I think explanations are due. In languages we all fucking speak.
Perry. According to Paul, let me get an idea real quick.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I actually
This
got
is
from that
important.
was, this is far enough, and then Perry draws his gun and said, what the fuck's going on? Oh wait, no, I see, I
Oh wait, I'm at the end of my turn, I'm gonna put through a telepathic link to all the party members. Don't step into where I'm about to blow up. Next time. So that way
Hold
the
on.
weird things can't hear it, but they can. I have to rethink everything.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Gotta look something out real quick.
Nope.
What's your telepathy called?
It's not called anything as far as I know. It's
Class ability.
yeah.
I don't remember what it's called.
Awakened mind, you can speak telepathically to any creature you can see within 30 feet of you if it understands at least one language.
It would be only one creature.
Yeah,
right?
so it'd be one creature that you can speak to.
So tell me and I'll bounce different stones.
But you have a stone.
No, that's right.
No.
Then I do it into the stone.
Okay, well, remember, you guys speak
We gave
into
it
the
to
stone. So if you lift it up and you speak into it.
So they must.
And then everyone can hear it in their mind.
Then I guess I'll just tell him to step back so I can blow up the area.
Okay, so Perry says if they don't give answers, so he's going to hold off for now. And that's going to bring us over to Flynn.
Link.
Okay?
Hold
Okay.
my bonus action for them acting hostile.
Okay, roll your. Oh, you can only hold your action. Can't hold your bonus action.
Kyle, that one's you, right?
Oh, I'm the bird.
Okay.
I'm just making sure.
Actually, no.
Do you have a marker for him?
Yes, I do.
Or do we have that little thingy?
Tristan.
I think so. I'm actually.
I'm not visible. I'm on a different plane.
Where would you like me to go?
It's too late now. We can't get the AoE off, so just form the line.
Well, I can go over to the one over here on the end.
Yeah, if you can hold him back, then I might be able to flip too. No, just right next to Roddy. That way you guys can mutually support.
Alright, I'll stand right next to Roddy then, but on that side.
Okay, so you move around.
You know, I have a little pointer thing for this occasion.
And get right there?
Using it apparently. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just standing there. Just have the weapon out like this in my hand, but not like "Arr."
Okay.
But more of like I'm ready to swing if I need to. If that makes sense.
We go back to them, and they still with the two of them with their hands in the air. Howard looks at each of you. First Perry, then you, Taka. What's the issue?
You have a block in your mind there, friend, and
How are you accessing my mind?
don't worry about that. The fact is that you have a
No.
block on your mind.
How are you accessing my mind? And he goes to pull a blade out.
The big question is, why can't I access your mind?
Only those who are touched by Zoriat have that ability. You've been lying to us this whole time? At this point, Lismir will step aside and put his hand on his sword.
Did one of them draw steel?
Howard has hand axe in his hand.
That's all I need.
But they have made no threatening maneuver, but they both look like they're trained on Throcken now. Throcken.
Well, the problem is we're not going south. Do they respond later?
They can on when their turn comes back around.
Can I hear any of this from the ethereal plane?
I think you can see in the ethereal plane. Let me see if it says that you can hear. Let me check real fast.
'Cause if not, I just see somebody pull a weapon on my friend. I just party time.
Typically, like etherealness, all you can do is see. You can't hear that I'm aware of. But that's etherealness. I don't know.
It's like
I don't know.
Charlie Brown.
Yeah, right.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, right.
See and hear.
Okay.
So you can hear.
Okay. Is that all you do?
Other than them putting their hands on their weapons, I mean, mine are out already.
Yeah, I mean, Howard has his battle axe out. But the other listener, the human has his hand on the hilt of his longsword.
So, I'm not going to escalate.
Okay. Thraka.
I'm gonna ask him one more time. Why are you taking us the wrong direction?
I'm taking you the path we take to Greenheart.
Is he full of crap?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me an insight check with disadvantage.
May I roll an insight?
Yeah, you're close enough.
Disadvantage as well?
No, he's in the ethereal plane.
Right.
What about me?
Sure.
20.
Okay, so
Oh, that's a
everybody.
natural 19.
That's what I do.
Plus my
18?
insight.
18?
So
We
it's
can-
a 27.
Insight.
4.
27. 4.
That's a 12.
12. You rolled 27, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, yeah, you get the sense he's not being 100% honest. You see just a flicker, like, just the briefest moment of him searching for an answer.
You know, your eyes are moving around an awful lot for somebody who's telling the truth.
Okay, well then we can ask Perry, since it is Perry's turn.
What did I miss in the last few moments?
Mexican
You
standoff.
guys, yeah, you guys are in the Latin American standoff.
Hey, we're close enough here that it's just a regular standoff.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Senor, I am offended by this assertion.
Like I said, it's just a regular standoff.
So you knew they were going. You guys were headed in the wrong direction. You sensed that. You brought it up and immediately noticed his eyes, along with Arno Sandraka. You guys raised your weapons. We're in that position now. But
So
now, when he mentioned he tried to read his mind, that put Holworth and Lismere and Tomic all more in a much more aggressive stance.
So have they said anything yet, as of this moment?
They said they were taking you all south. That they were taking you in the direction, the path to Greenheart is what he said.
That they use.
And he said,
Sorry.
Well, I said something to the
Bye-bye.
effect of your eyes moving around a lot for someone who's telling the truth.
so you hear that. What are you gonna do?
At that point, they hadn't said anything useful to me. Bring my rifle down to Hogarth's knee and fire a round into him.
Okay, so you're shooting a Hogarth.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
They have
and,
drawn. One of them has drawn a weapon. They've gone from this to one of them has a weapon,
do
and
it.
another
Yeah.
one is going like this.
Yeah.
I'm not responsible.
So
anymore.
Howard, go ahead and fire at Howard, please.
There we go.
I think they killed them all now.
Well, it's been rolling all right.
Am I gonna have to make a con check? Because this is right next to my ear.
Oh
No,
God, right?
You guys have fought around him enough that
Those-
your all
those-
hearing's been damaged just enough that.
Well, it just sounds like popcorn to me.
I'm gonna raise my shield up to the ear.
24.
and push
24
my
is a
finger
hit.
Me,
Get him in between.
don't worry. You'll have to make a con check in a second.
A bunch of us
Facility
died.
passing mechanical pencil, please. Apparently.
Oh, I forgot to say, I was going to step back a little bit.
Oh, your turn?
Late.
So, 5 feet?
Yep.
Man, not really. We all go on a 19, so we essentially go on.
Are we still going
Yeah.
on the 2d8 on this, right? Because
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
different
yeah, yeah.
than what's on
Yeah,
here.
well, remember, I can't make I can't make a brand new item. It has to
Right,
be
right,
based off
right.
something.
19 damage
19 damage.
in the knee.
in the knee. Yeah.
He took a bullet
Screams
to the
in
knee.
Pain.
And then I will hold firing off the second one and ask again, what the fuck's going on?
Well, as you shoot, immediately you see Lismere lunges to take action. So does Atomic screams, "Father!" and brings up his greatsword and charges.
Oh, so this is family.
Okay, so where
Father, son.
Atomic and Horth are father son.
Ooh.
where's Lismere?
He's the human, the
So
blonde
restrained?
human.
This
Right
one?
in front
Yep.
of, yeah.
And this is the one next. Which
Yep,
one did I?
that-
Yeah.
You shot that one right there.
Shot this one. And this is the one that
That screams for his dad.
Don't fail it.
I'm gonna use Hordebreaker and
Okay, so your second shot.
Yeah,
oh,
second
on
shot at him.
Okay, roll to hit.
Don't fail it, man.
find D20 real
Reveal,
quick.
let's so.
Hey, I can shoot it. What's his face? He's moving now.
22.
I'm
That's
still
a hit,
launching the
damage.
nuclear option despite what's in the way.
That is
It's a lesson.
8 plus 14.
14.
If anything, the lesson needs to be learned
And
by
then
you
reload.
dropping the AoEs. You don't have
I'll
to
step
catch
in.
every
Yes,
enemy.
you block everything useful we do. I know.
Step into everything.
Okay, so Perry, are you gonna move?
Are you beefier now or are you squishier?
Squishier.
Squishier.
Mm.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna move over here.
So you backpedaling over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Then as you turn and head, like, are you keeping an eye on him and just backpedaling, or are you turning and running into position?
I'm gonna keep it on.
Okay.
And then bonus action.
What are you doing for your bonus?
Hunter's mark on Hogarth. Hogarth.
On Haworth?
Hogarth.
Oh, sorry. Wrong guy.
Isn't that his son?
Yep.
So that's how it works?
That's Haworth.
No, I don't. I don't know these guys, right?
You know of them.
But
You've
no-
heard of them. It's the same thing with him. He's actually traveled with them once before, but that was about 6-7 years ago that he went with them. But you've heard of them. They're an incredibly successful and dangerous group of rangers. There's no attacks, or there's no losses to the gatekeepers in their zone. and they've kept their zone for years because of it. They don't cycle other people in. Other people go in and they die. They guard one of the most dangerous zones of the Towering Woods.
Then I'll be going for non-lethal.
Okay. So at this point, Harry,
Can't even use that. Okay.
first attack against
Sorry,
you.
just use your cantrip, dude. I got
Harry,
this.
that is 26 to hit.
That's a hit.
Parry, that is 7, that is 10 damage.
Oh, yeah, that's
And
right.
that is 10 slashing damage, and that is 10 psychic damage.
Ooh.
So
The
did you-
second attack, hold on, the second attack on you, that is a natural 20. No, the second attack does not have advantage, so that is a 17.
Miss.
Okay. You feel spectral claws stick into your back. You scream in pain as blood spurts out. That thick, coagulated blood that's in your body. But you feel a presence begin to press in on your mind, and your head immediately explodes into a headache worse than the one I have right now. And this creature's here with you.
Round.
Arnos. What is your passive perception again? I
Yeah.
had it written down, but for some reason I missed
Say
yours.
it's either an 18 or a
Look, you made a new girlfriend.
I did.
Yeah.
And this one wants to penetrate me too.
It's
Yeah.
18.
18? Okay.
You're popular,
So-
lad.
They did beat your guys' passive perceptions. So, first attack on you.
I walked right into
Oh,
it.
even with advantage, that is only an 18.
That's a match. Oh,
Oh,
no.
for me, that's a miss.
Oh, that's a miss.
Yeah, that's a
And
miss.
the second attack, this one not with advantage, that is a 22.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, he did not have advantage, so you take 22 points of slashing damage.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Okay. These creatures came out of the tree, literally out of the center of the tree, and made a beeline right for these two people.
What do they look like?
These things, each of them have 6 arms. They are tall, about 7.5 feet, gangly, almost skeletal thin, and they seem to, like when he blinks, even when he's in place, you can see his body trying to move out of phase. They are doing the same thing at all times, but they don't just disappear. They just stay there, just phasing out of existence, and then back into existence.
Do they look like, I mean, are leaves growing out of them? Do they...
Nope, they look pretty similar to what they are there. Long tongues, huge jaws. They look like nothing natural in this world.
Okay.
Flynn, where do you want to pop back in? Okay.
Sunbeam.
Okay. And that sunbeam on you can
And it's
get
gonna bounce
those
through
two.
both of those
Yep. So saving throws, correct?
Yep.
Come to my rescue.
Okay. First one.
I said Flint
That
to
is
my
a
rescue.
fail.
Who would
Second
have
one, that is a 22.
Oh,
I would have known you would be grateful for me.
Okay, so damage
32.
32.
And the failed one is blinded.
Yes, sir. So that is 16 on a pass. Okay. All right, and Flynn blinks out of existence. Triswin. You hear Perry and Arnos both cry out in pain. As you glance back, you see these creatures towering over both of them.
Have you got this area?
do what you need to.
Got it.
You're gonna take attacks of opportunity if you
That's
fall back.
fine. I'm
Yep.
going to do it.
So you're gonna move, and where are you headed? Here, here. Where are you going? You can get to one of them right here. You can move all the way around to get both to both of them.
Both of them.
Docker can back him up. And I've got the beam as long as you don't get in my way.
Okay, so that's gonna be 2 attacks of opportunity against
That's
Triswin.
fine.
So Triswin,
I'll take it then.
Howard with his great sword, or with his battle axe, sorry. That is a 19 to hit.
That is a miss.
Okay. And that is, with the other one, a 18 to hit is a miss.
That's also.
So they both missed their attacks of opportunity. What are you going to do?
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and attack the first one.
Which one's the first one?
The one next to Arnos or the one next to Perry?
Oh, you know, I've
The
got my.
one next to
One of them's
Perry
blinded,
sees it do.
so-
Which
Okay.
one's the one that's blinded?
Hard to tell.
Okay, so let's just go with the one next to Perry since that is the one that.
Okay. Unless you want to stop and study which one's
No,
actually
no,
now.
I'm just going to
Okay.
attack him. That's fine. And I'm going to do Hexblade.
And you
first
said the one on
action.
Perry, correct?
Yes, the one on
Okay.
Perry.
So bonus action, Hexblade's curse.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, darn it. That would be a 14.
14 is a miss. Your blade, you swing with the hammer, and it just kind of phases through its body. Next attack.
Okay, so same one, or at least to try to grab its attention. Yeah, it's fine. And it'll be, oh sweet, 17 plus 12, so.
That is definitely a hit. Damage.
And that will be, oh nice. I do love that feature.
You gonna do a spell slot for
Oh no, it did enough,
Nice,
I
nice.
think. I mean, did pretty well. That's gonna be, it's gonna be 6 divine damage,
Okay.
and then 11 weapon damage.
Okay.
Plus
So
your
17 plus the, yeah, plus 7
So 18
plus 5 from the Hexblade's curse.
Okay. Next time, get
Yeah,
kind of
sorry.
add that up.
I
better.
wasn't sure if you needed to
5.
divide it.
Okay. I don't want to have my entire hit.
Okay, no, sorry.
Okay, so next, as you all watch, you see a strange creature with scaled skin, tentacles coming out of the front of its mouth, and a lithe body, with wearing stretched, tight black leather as it pops into existence here.
That's some kinky shite.
You see the ring on its finger suddenly go from blue and disappears. Then it leans forward and all of you feel an intense presence within each of your minds. I need each of you to roll me an intelligence saving throw. Not you. Yep.
Do I have advantage on this? You said I had
I don't like
advantage.
it.
This isn't a spell.
Yeah.
Alright, you two get plus 3.
Uh,
And I think
Yes, Arnos and Perry both get plus 3.
does
That gives me a whole
No,
whopping.
he's too far
Yeah,
away.
he's on.
yeah, makes
10
it
feet out.
17.
Does that work on me since
But
it's
yes, you are.
thing?
You got
Yes.
plus 3.
That gives me a
Yeah,
whole
plus
whopping
three,
9 then on that saving throw.
Yeah, it's something
Ugh,
sweet.
but you have an
Remember, you got 3 pieces of luck.
No, I'm going for it.
11.
Thank you.
Because I'm naturally intelligent.
No worries.
That's going to be a 20 for me.
Okay, so 20, 17,
9.
9,
17.
17,
11.
and not you. Okay, so those of you,
here in the voice.
so pass, fail, pass, fail, pass. So those of you who pass, you take
mind damage.
23 points of psychic damage, and you are stunned.
Those spells that passed.
No, those, I'm sorry, 23. Those of you who pass take 11 and you are fine. Those are the 2 of you who fail take 23 and you are stunned.
Okay, and he takes 23.
Yes, sir.
And does that mean he's also stunned since he takes
No.
Okay,
It's
but he
not a
still hurts
spell?
himself.
This is not a spell.
Please let me know if enemy ability is a spell so I can do things.
If I'm unsure whether or not you would know, I'll give you a roll. If
Okay.
you have, if you still have an action remaining.
I
So
mean, if I
that-
see somebody casting, dude.
Yes, that's a whole different. This thing didn't cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing did how you did it when you do your still
Yeah.
spell. Okay, so that ends the round, and we are now to the gatekeeper's turns. Howarth is going to attempt to move away, so he's going to provoke an attack of opportunity from you.
I'm gonna use hold the line.
Roll to hit. With disadvantage.
Because he's got.
Because
Because he's a ranger. Wow! That's 2 natural ones.
2 natural ones?
That was 2 natural ones. Okay, so he goes bam, 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 and as he's running here, he calls something out in Orcish. Anybody else besides him speak Orc?
I do not.
Okay.
Do not.
You're stunned. You don't hear what's going on. You see nothing of what's happening in front of you.
What the crap do I speak?
Then, as that happens, you see one of them
What?
come up from a pile of rubble up here
Draconic Dwarven Elvish. So
and raise a bow, and he is going to fire at you, Thraka.
thank you for presenting this wonderful moment.
That is a 12 to hit.
Nope.
Cracks against your plate armor, and that is a 21 to hit.
Match.
Match? Okay, so that is 9, 6 is 15 points of piercing damage. Okay, this one here is going to run straight at Rotmir, and they are both going to attempt to try to chop you down. These guys work incredibly well together. So, first one, I'm going to attack you 3 times. That is a 22,
Miss.
I need you to
a 12,
I need you
and
to-
a
Stun.
13.
Miss.
Okay, so the
Well, then you're not gonna move, are you?
Nope.
Lismir, he attacks you. Wow, he rolled much better. That is a 24, a 23, and a 20.
2 hits, 1 miss.
Okay. And he is using his longsword in one
And
hand.
Arnos is in the way.
So that is 7 slashing damage and 9 slashing damage.
So that's 9, 16.
Almost a crit.
I haven't had a chance to move. Are you going to ask me to move?
So
Probably not
that
gonna be
is
there by
all
the time
3
you
of
do whatever you're
them.
gonna do.
Holworth,
Okay.
Holworth is actually going to double move, and he's going to end his turn in here. Rotmir. This whole thing has gone completely insane.
What is he
I need you to
wielding?
move.
He's wielding a longsword, and he has a bow strap.
I was
on his
planning on
back.
flying up anyway.
And what is he wielding?
A great sword.
Do.
The bigger threat, the great sword.
I'm gonna get some fire on him as soon as Arnos clears my line of fire.
First attack is 15.
15 is a miss.
Second attack is an 18.
18 is a match.
So that is yeah, 13 magical bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 3 cold damage.
Okay.
And my third attack is a natural 20.
Okay. That is a crit. So whatever you rolled, add 8 to that.
So 9 plus 5 is 14,
22.
and
Plus 2. Right.
plus 2.
Okay. So 16 damage. Not the best crit, but at least it's better than that.
Wait, normal weapon damage is 8. Plus
Mhm.
5 weapon damage.
Plus he rolled a 1.
Oh, you rolled a 1?
Yeah. He rolled a 1 with his other one. You have a movement action, a bonus action.
I'm in a bonus action. You know what? I'm gonna take 2 attacks of opportunity.
Don't.
Okay.
Please. Hold him there for me.
What are you doing?
Okay. I will do bonus action second wind.
Okay, you want to roll your d10. Thraka, at the end of your turn, go ahead and roll me another intelligence saving throw.
17.
17. You manage to shake off the effects at the end of your turn. Arnos, what are you doing?
Zephyr Strike flying up. I'm not going to fly into the canopy,
I
obviously.
gotta remember, I cannot stand up.
You're good.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, yeah, you're fine.
At
You're not
best, your
blocking the camera.
shoulder would.
Okay, so where are you going?
Just can't
Honestly, I was
stand
kind of
up.
going up.
Okay.
And maybe over those
For
guys.
the purposes
And
of this, I'm just putting you there.
I'm giving myself advantage, and I'm aiming to disarm the guy who just shot. Right.
This guy here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna aim with advantage, but you're trying to disarm. So with disadvantage, so a straight roll.
Yeah, that wasn't right. Last I checked those rules, you don't get disadvantage for doing that, but yeah, whatever.
He's not there. It's just that's where David put the
That was terrible.
Ugh.
from where
That could have been so much better. Let me check my-
Three-dimensional.
Pretty sure that's a 15 that he has to roll on his.
Still leaves it in the park.
He has to roll athletics or acrobatics to avoid that.
That's
how those rules work. Because I'm aiming for his weapon, he's trying to either keep hold of his weapon or.
You can disarm, I believe, with a melee attack.
Nah, I only ever saw weapon attack, and I was actually just looking up those rules when I turned rolled around.
There.
We'll see.
David, right? He's not right there, right? That's just where you have the base.
You can use a weapon attack. It
No,
says
but I'm
weapon
saying
attack.
that he's not. 30
Thank God
feet
someone
there,
actually
right
outlined
there.
it.
Yeah, he is. He went 30 feet straight up.
Yeah, but that's not where he
DMG
was.
2721.
Is he over here, Dan?
The Dungeon Master's
over
Guide
here.
271.
So he's 30
It is
feet
a
in the
weapon
air
attack.
above here.
So someone with a
It's just
bow
that's where the
could
base
disarm
is,
someone.
apparently.
And with a roll like that, he's likely to hold on to his weapon.
Kyle, you're still right here, right? Just in the
Yeah,
air.
functionally speaking, I just kind of flew straight up. I'm not sure
Yeah, but
how
you're
far I can
right
get up.
here.
Yeah.
You're still
Yeah.
here, but just above, right?
Yeah,
Okay, that's perfect.
Sweet, that's what I said.
yeah, that thing's a little too cumbersome.
Well, the base doesn't fit on the construction.
Okay, I don't see what you're looking at, so I need, what does he have to roll then?
It's athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, I believe those are variant rules that you're talking about, though.
The disarm.
Yeah, 17 plus.
Yeah, he keeps his weapon. That sucks. I'll go ahead and take a shot at the asshole who just fried our brains.
Okay, roll a hit.
Arrgh! That is a natural 19. Why couldn't I have rolled that to disarm?
That is definitely a hit. Damage, please.
Let's see, that's D6. Yeah, that's it.
18.
4.
Do you need more support or should I try and control?
It's actually 19.
So that's 11 points of damage. Piercing.
11 points of damage.
That's
Alright.
an optional roll from the DMG.
Any other actions?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Barry.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I'm stunned, right?
That was everything.
Yes, you were stunned, so I need an intelligence saving throw.
Natural 1.
Okay,
That's about right.
now their turn.
Hey, I rolled 2 of them.
That's true, you did it.
So,
That's 2 dice in the bed.
the one,
It's only
one of them is going to attack
I'll take
you. And
You don't
you
want 'em?
are
Hmm.
stunned.
No, I'm just not using them today.
Great.
So this thing is going to attack you
Just for today?
with
I
a
like my
flurry
today.
of claws. This thing just begins to
Want 'em
violently
back.
dig all 6 of his arms into your body.
Well, we know which one's not blind.
That is,
Yeah, right. Swinging
The one I
accurately.
have marked or the other one?
I wet my balls.
oh, excuse me. That is a 26. Perry, 26 to hit.
That's a hit.
12 to hit.
That's a miss.
20 to hit.
That's a hit.
24 to hit.
That's a hit.
That's 3. That is an 18.
18. That's a match.
And that is a 16.
That's a
So that
miss.
is 4 hits.
Just add it all up and half the physical.
Yep.
Your new name is Crash Test, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
The sad part is the last 2 fights I've spent more time just.
That is
Yeah, right.
22 plus
And it
12
hasn't been
is
my fault.
34 regular damage, so 17. And then psychic damage. 7, 14, 19, 25, 29, 33.
50 damage total.
33?
33 and 17.
The other one turns to you
Mm-hmm.
and begins attacking. He has disadvantage on these 6 attacks. Oh, I'm sorry. This guy's not done yet. Is this guy? Okay. He is going to move straight through you, Triswin. You take, as it phases through your body, one point of force damage. And it ends right next to Thraka.
Do I get a attack of opportunity?
You do not.
It's not a movement.
I was hoping.
So, Tristan, the 6 on you, that is a 14.
No.
That is a 18.
No.
That is another 18.
No.
That is a 19.
No.
That is a 26.
Ah, darn it. Yes, that
And
one.
last one, that is a 14.
No. So just
Okay.
one.
So
I
just
think I
the
stopped
one.
about 3 of those.
Jesus Christ.
9, 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And as before, this one is going to phase, this time, this one is going to phase straight through Rotmir and adjacent to Rotmir. Rotmir, that is 4 points of psychic, force damage.
Yeah, make me run again or anything. Fuckers.
Now, from this door, you see this creature come out, and it is going to make a beeline. You're 30 feet in the air, correct?
Yeah, I'm wherever the edge of the canopy is, I suppose. 30, 40
So
feet
yeah,
out.
about 30 feet in the air.
And yeah, I think.
Yeah, we can do it
Nice
there.
there.
Okay, yeah, that's where he is. He's right there.
So this one,
Oh,
No,
No.
actually, if you set me dead center of the pillar, that would be appropriate.
yeah, just put him right in the center of the pillar.
That way just at least stays.
I squished Draka.
Even square wise. Oops. Oh,
Arno's Dive-Bomb
Okay,
Draka.
so this guy is going to be a bastard and make 2 tentacle attacks against you since you are stunned. These guys are trying to kill.
I didn't know you were
That
so
is a
pro.
natural 20,
Alright.
and that is a 17.
17 misses.
Okay, I need you automatically fail strength saving throws because you are stunned. You are now also prone.
What brings you out of the stun?
Does it?
No.
Just
If I'm over,
Oh, you just got. I just saw your home skid up there for just a second. I did that expertly, Paul. That is 7 points, so 3 points of bludgeoning
You're
damage.
good.
Well, that's the first good news I've had all night.
Alright. This is gonna
Like,
suck.
just got
Attack of
bored, trying to have a
opportunity
good
from
time.
the
Why am I being
claw
beaten?
nasty thing.
Oh, you're moving
You
past?
shot the
or-
kneecap.
I'm blinking in on the other side and moving
And
out
then
of the
moving,
stone.
okay.
You initiated the ass whooping.
That is a natural 19. Let me
That's a
check
hit,
to see
dude.
if it's. I gotta check it. No, okay, that's the scout.
You're like,
Never
why are
mind.
you hitting me?
You
You shot
It
me.
does not have advantage on you, so that is only 12 points of slashing damage.
Got it. Beam, I'm gonna catch both rangers, the Mind Flayer, and nothing else.
How could this happen to me?
Yeah, because he's right behind him, so yeah, it's just
You
a
lined
line.
it up for me.
Yeah. Yeah, those 3 right there. Okay, so the what's
Stop
his name?
hitting all.
Lemire. That is
Holy shit!
that is a 17
42
plus.
damage.
Oh shit, dude.
It's con, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 17 plus 2 is a 19, so he
Match.
passes. The one, the half orc, that is a fail, and the mind player, that is a 19 on the nose again. So that's half, and the orc is blind.
21's half, the orc takes 42.
So Tomic takes 42. Tomic falls down. I'll remove him from the board just to make it easy on me.
Oh, I just blew him off the table.
And that is okay.
We're gonna have a burst of fireball right there.
Okay. Your wand or your?
Me.
Oh yes, sir. Go ahead.
Sunbeam's a concentration.
Yep. And
Give
a
me
bonus
bonus
action to
move.
you. So that's your bonus, and now this is your action. Okay.
Concentrated bonus action. And move because I moved. So
Okay.
all I got left is my do I disappear or do I die a horrible death?
After you shoot him. Let me see his dexterity bonus.
I need more dice.
Probably shit.
What do you need?
I got it.
That's a lot of 5s and 6s.
I love it. I love it. That's 34 damage.
34 damage. Okay.
Somebody has anchored the flint.
And go ahead and roll your d20.
And I don't
5.
like
Avenge me, Flynn!
Truthfully.
Alright, so I'm gonna move
I never knew you
this
counted.
way to stand over the parry.
Right next to the mind
Did
flayer.
anybody look like
He
they
bagged him.
took a full hit?
Since you didn't blink out, you saw him. He ducked behind the dirt pile, and it didn't seem to catch him at all. You have
I would've
So
got-
you would have got him and him. Oh, he's. I just placed him here. He's not actually there.
Okay.
But him and him will also need saving throws. So give me
Yeah.
1 sec.
I was like, my
The
hunter's
Dolgant rolls a natural 1, but the Mind Flayer passes. So the Dolgant took 42.
32.
30. Oh, 30.
Sorry, 34.
34. Okay, okay, cool. Here, hold on, let me
The
fix
beam
this.
was 42. That was 34.
Okay, here, let me add some more.
my hunter's mark would stay on someone even if they changed form, right?
Yes.
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 Okay.
As long as you don't go unconscious. Please don't go unconscious.
Oh yeah, that is a concentration, isn't it?
Dolgant,
Yep.
okay,
Yeah.
that Dolgant does not like that at all.
Like, please.
Okay,
Fine.
just
Ready?
win.
Ready?
Yes.
So I'm going to attack the bigger, badder thing, which I think is the Mind Flayer, right?
Is it a mind flare?
Is it a Mind Flayer? Or is
It, well,
I can't see its figure.
roll me an Arcana check to see if you know what a Mind Flayer is.
Let me correct the statement. Is it a fucking inhuman monster?
Yes.
Does
Okay.
it have a squid face?
That's what you.
Yes.
Hit
It-
the
it
squid
has
face.
tentacles.
Okay, so I'll hit that one
In
first.
fact, I will scream that.
Okay.
Hit the squid face.
So when you swing at the
Hit the squid face.
Mind Flayer, the Dolgant gets an attack before you make yours, defending its master.
Okay.
That is a 21.
Yes, that's gonna hit.
Okay, and that is going to be, where is Paul? That is 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
That's it. So make your attacks.
And let's do this one, and I know exactly what I'm going to be popping for that one. Okay, first attack. That is 18.
18 is a hit.
That's sweet. Okay, so I'm going to be popping level 3.
So an additional 48.
Is it a fiend?
It is not.
Undead?
No.
I don't know, I'm just hoping.
It's still pretty
Okay.
good, though. 21 damage.
Total? It's with the 6 and the 5?
No,
right?
no, that's just with the 48.
Oh, okay, 21.
So 32 with the 6 and the 5, 34 with the D8, plus 5 for your plus 7.
For the weapon, 7.
Okay, so 41 damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ouch. He does not like that at all.
Okay. Next attack.
Roll the hit.
She damn near maxed the weapon, the smite.
Double
Double damage crit. 12
Yes!
and 12.
Yes!
She only rolled 1 on the
Oh! Oh, that is beautiful. That is
That's-
beautiful. That's
Damage?
31 weapon and 1 divine.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy is looking in a very, very bad way.
And as my bonus action, can I get out a potion and kind of like drop a parry? Just like go boop.
He's not down,
No.
he's just prone.
He's prone, I'm saying, but
Yeah, but
can
he's
I,
No, it would take a standard action for you to do that.
to just go boop and drop it.
Yeah, you can shatter it by dropping it on the ground.
Well, I mean, if it bounces on him.
slam-
I'll tell you what. I'll give you a straight D20 roll to see if it lands on him or if it lands on the ground.
Could I use my coin bonus
No.
for that roll?
Well, yeah, that's it. This is a
That's like-
D20 roll.
That's,
yeah.
Okay.
that's
Go
like
ahead.
the.
So, do I get an additional D20? I forget how.
She drops it, just
see
shatters
what
it
happens
into your
first.
head.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might not have to use it.
That's an 18.
You think, and it kind of and sits right on his chest.
Alright.
Pay.
It is now the
Get
Mind
up!
Player's turn, and the Mind Player looks at you.
Oh, great.
I need you to roll me a intelligence saving throw.
Spell?
It is a spell with no V, S, or M.
Do you have the card?
So all he does is look at him.
Yeah.
Can I
I'm
throw an
gonna give
arcana
you-
to see if he's
You know
casting?
what?
Nope.
Perception?
Just the great.
There's no physical cue that he's casting. He
So
literally just
an
intensely looks at her.
intelligence saving throw, correct?
Intelligence saving throw.
Oh man,
You have the
I am going to use that die.
Roll it.
So that's the first one. Okay, I'll take that one. That's gonna be a 17.
17.
Not good enough.
Wow.
And you see him concentrate for a moment. That ring on his left hand glows blue, and whoop, put him there for now.
Is he
That
invisible?
ends the round.
Oh shit.
The scout's turns. So you just killed him. He sees his son go down, and that's interesting.
What?
You see, as he takes a few steps forward, as he's looking at the body of his son, you see him just stop for a moment. He looks and he kind of shakes his head. Then picks his blade up off the ground and runs headlong up there, jumps off this, and swings at the Dolgons. That is a natural 20.
Oh shit! Boom!
So,
Apparently, he did not like the fact that I
and
immolated
that
his
is
child.
maximum damage. He cleaves off one of the tentacles on this thing's back with one swing of that axe. Lands on the ground and swings 2 more times, but misses twice. He is now right next to this thing, and he is harrying this creature. The other scouts, though, this one, as that one is aiming right at you, Arnos, in the air, it sees him do that, turns, and fires at Howard. So 2 shots at Howard.
What, this
So that's
guy?
2 hits.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yep.
Haworth snapped out of it when I
Yeah, right.
murderized
Well, that
his
answers a
child.
question I was having in my head. Are they all being mind fucked?
And Lemire turns to you and is going to swing at you 3 times. You can.
Is linear go before I do?
He does go before you. He goes right before you.
Okay.
Impose-
If I can, I would like to, but I don't think it's.
I'd say, you know, I'm gonna say yeah. You can go ahead and use one on these, and you're probably gonna need to. Okay, you're gonna want to pop one. First one is a 22, is a hit. The other one, the next one is a 12.
Is that on me?
No, 12.
On me.
That's on him.
You can
So
stop
go ahead
at
and
12.
roll a d8 for the 12.
So 12, 13, 14, 15.
Already broke it.
Yeah, okay, you already broke it. And then the other one is a 22. So you stopped one of the 2 attacks.
I can only do one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you stopped one of the 3 attacks.
Yep. This is gonna hurt.
17 points of slashing damage.
Okay. It's
And
better than I thought it was gonna be.
he's gonna stay. He likes right where he is, so he's gonna stay right there. So that is all of the remaining scouts. Rotmir, you are up.
Um,
Can you bounce in front of me so
Can
you
I-
can
Yep.
get at me? Not to be a chicken. Help! That hurt!
You are kind of squishy.
Don't let them touch me!
Okay.
like it.
tentacles!
Bonus action, unwavering mark.
On which one? On him? Okay.
And then 3 attacks.
Roll a hit.
This guy. Okay.
Balls.
Hit 17, 27.
Okay.
So 11 bludgeoning and 6 cold.
Okay. 11, 11, 6, okay. Next attack. That's definitely a hit. Damage.
Hit. 6 bludgeoning, 3 cold.
Okay. And last attack.
Miss unless the 13 hits.
13 does not hit. Are you doing it? That is your bonus. Your move. You have the rest of your movement. You're going to stay there. So we are over to Thraka. You can now act, and you have this giant thing in your face.
Not any longer, because I'm going to grab one of my spell cards, because I have those now. Where the hell they went? Oh, where they over here.
And what are you doing?
Level 5 Thunderstep.
Okay.
Hits everything within 10 feet of me, which is the 2 squigglies.
Yep, the 2
Alright.
squigglies and nothing else. So they need what's it
Oh,
called?
got a laser point.
yeah.
Yeah, all
We
right.
got laser.
Yeah, and saving throw.
Yeah.
1 second.
I believe it's fine.
They must make a con save of 17.
Okay.
They take 3d10 thunder damage. No, 5d10 since I'm at 5th level casting. 5d10 on a failed save, and half as much damage
Okay.
on.
Roll your 5d10.
That's a lot of d10s.
It's magic.
It's magic.
And those usually require D6s, though. You know, fireball.
No. D8s or sunbeam.
I keep
Lightning
writing
bolts
Tinder
and also
stuff,
use
apparently.
D8s, I think.
D6s. Lightning bolts and fireball the same. One's linear, one's
You okay?
AoE.
Which one uses D8s?
Are you down?
17 damage.
Yeah, a few.
Just not those.
Slowly. Year by year.
Sunbeam does, Sickening Radiance does.
Right.
Wasn't super
Fourth
chunk
level
damage,
higher
but
tends to go up.
17.
17. Okay, so the first one takes full damage. The other one doesn't seem to be as affected as his friend is.
When thunder goes boom boom, they can be hit,
Where are
hurt
you
for
going?
300 feet away.
Okay, where are you headed?
So we're really deaf.
So.
Oh yeah, you thought that was loud. No. Tristan's over there like, Mop!
Does that break me out of
So
my
where do you
stun?
can go 300 feet away, so up here?
Yep.
Okay. So you appear like Raiden.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is your action. You still have a movement and bonus action.
Yeah, I will admit that was
I'm gonna move up next to the dude with the bow.
Okay, so you're gonna harry him, okay?
Yep, and then
I like how it bounces under the weight.
Right?
Because Brock is a badass.
bonus action, I'm just going to do second wind.
Okay, roll a d10 plus 5. Arnos, you're up. Parrying your
Right then. Move me over to a flank
8
with
plus 5 is 13.
the ranger, with the ranger up there right quick. No, not that.
No, up here? Okay, so,
I like where your mind's at, but
so
not
we'll
there.
put him up here. So we know that
I'm not
you're
being
right
that way, so you
up
would've been
there.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got a very specific
So
protection.
go ahead and roll with advantage.
Protection from good and evil.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you like
not
that?
bad.
You like that?
Shazam! Be nice. Oh, thank God. Wait, what do I actually roll for this?
Yeah.
Touch attack.
Well, I guess it's a spell touch, which still amounts
It's an
to
unwilling target.
5 plus. I still have an 8, and that makes
Oh,
that
yeah,
a
well,
24.
You want to do protection from good or evil?
Good, yeah.
Understand this.
Oh, you want to do it on who?
The ranger.
He's trying to break the mind control.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
And I'm gonna have to
Okay.
drop. I guess I'm gonna have to drop Zephyr Strike for this one. I gotta
Yeah.
maintain it
Yeah, yeah. I'll give him a saving throw.
with advantage.
Yeah, with. No, he doesn't have advantage.
Yeah, he does.
Why?
If he's already under the effects of such a spell, he
yeah,
gets an
yeah.
advantage
Okay,
on the
I
next
literally
save.
just read that. I was like, okay, so let me give him advantage. Oh.
You don't want to do cognitive recalibration?
You see him suddenly just blink, and it's almost like in the anime when they put the light dot back in their eyes, and you can tell that they're back awake. And he drops his weapons to the ground. And you see him fall to his knees and vomit.
Ah!
When you're through with that, help Tommen.
Good on you. Barry, you're up.
That was a good move, dude.
So
Saving throw.
15.
15. Ugh. You are awake, but you are prone on the ground, and
With
you
a
look down and you
potion
have
on
a
your
potion
chest.
sitting on your chest.
And
But
when
it's
you-
the end of my turn.
Oh
That
my
is-
god,
that happens
I
at the
just
end of your
realized
turn.
your head is between my legs, basically.
Okay,
You're the first level.
It's not the first time.
this thing is going to travel through both
Honestly.
Flynn and Rotmir.
Are you feeling?
Rotmir, you take 2 points of force damage. Flynn, you
Yeah.
take 3 points of force damage. As this
Pretty
one
sure
goes
that fell off.
and makes his 6 claw attacks, all 6 of them against you.
And
You
a
should
drop.
learn the twin twistman.
Let's
Damn it.
see.
I should have cast that at second level. Only cast it first.
Can't you like do
At least
quick reaction
three.
Oh,
bonus?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's right.
How many
You're
crits did you roll?
No,
So
I
it's all
rolled
pres-
2 1s and a 2.
I might live!
So that is a 16 is a hit,
Like a baby.
28 is a hit, and a natural 20.
Yeah,
So.
What's your AC?
11. You can stop the 16.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you roll a d8. Let's see.
That might actually keep me alive.
That may keep you alive. 8, yep, so that is 2 hits instead of 3. That is huge. So that is 23.
Alright,
It's in me! It's in me! 9!
That's 26 from the crit. And 16 regular from the other one. So
42.
42 damage. The other one here is going to move up. And it is going to attack Rotmir 6 times.
Hi.
Miss, and 19. 25, 22.
One hit.
One hit. All right. At least I got max damage. 23 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so 20 points.
And it doesn't have advantage against anybody, and it's really mad about that. This thing is going to attack Howarth.
What thing? This 10 tentacle?
Dolgon.
Yep, the Dolgant is going to attack him and hits him twice. He needs to make strength saving throws. He passes both strength saving. This thing wraps its one tentacle around there and breaks into it with its claw. And he tries to rip him off his feet, and Howarth just plants it and just, no! And that guy takes quite a bit of damage.
What a man! What a man! What a man!
You're a mighty good man. Howarth
Wow.
seems to be fucked up. He is bleeding all over. He's been hit with a couple of spells. He is not looking in very good condition. Flynn, we're over to you, followed by Trisman.
Can I hit the Dolgon in the range? The Dolgon and the Ranger?
No, the
Yes, you can.
Burn him.
Not the ranger.
With the Sunbeam, correct?
Yep.
Okay, the Ranger,
7, 14,
that is with Con, that is a fail, that is an 18.
28,
And the Dolgant, that is a natural 20, but I don't think it's going to matter.
35.
35, doesn't matter. That guy dies.
Shazam!
Lismir, jeez, Lismir is looking like he is
Is
in a
Lismir
very,
still-
very bad way.
You can go ahead and throw a dex save.
Does that
Actually,
does the pain
No.
give him a no?
yeah, he can throw a dex save.
Slave.
Wait, from?
Sacred Flame.
Save him? Okay.
You don't.
That is with dexterity.
Save my ass.
That
Holy
is
shit.
a
Blink.
12.
I blink so hard I'm in another plane.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Roll damage.
That sounds like the
Uh,
base effect to me. Oh, good God.
Oh, it's a puny.
Mein Booty
That's
I'm out of
88,
here,
right?
Shazam!
That's a puny 14 damage.
14 damage.
That's what
Alright,
you
he
did.
is not
You
looking
Shazam
at
over
all
there.
good. Oh, you mean Triswin doesn't get to kill Flynn today? Oh well. Triswin is going to come over here.
Oh, Tristan got mine. Fuck.
I am so sorry.
And Triswin, go ahead and roll 2 attacks against Rotmir.
Oh,
And you are going to
fuck
burn
no.
your divine
Fuck.
strikes against them.
Ah, shit.
I now find Tristan hostile. Prepare the boomas.
Yeah,
What
right.
level?
Highest level you can.
I knew I should have cast.
You can never
Oh,
sing
my
I got
God.
those strings on me.
You're,
Oh, no,
you're
I-
trying to kill him. You're not trying to tickle him.
Roll
Roll a hit. You could miss.
Miss.
I'll say because you are not in your frame of mind, I'm not allowed to use your luck for you.
Okay, thank you.
Well, she also has another consciousness in her weapon.
So,
I do.
Mhm.
Can the saga fight
So-
for my consciousness?
She
David,
hasn't yet.
right now he's Jarvis when Ultron turned against Jarvis.
Pretty much.
And she's
Actually, no, I
Ultron.
think it might miss you. Is the 22 hit you?
No.
Okay, good.
And next
So
attack.
it doesn't burn.
Somehow I don't feel this scene has
It
the
doesn't
emotional weight.
burn.
No, it doesn't burn unless you hit.
I know.
Oh,
Come on. Come on, let's see it.
Freaking roll a 1.
Come on, sibling
Roll
rivalry
like
at its
that.
finest.
I think you should use
yes! She rolled like Kyle.
Nine? Okay.
Rolled like shit.
Yes. Oh my god, I keep my third
Actually,
level
my
spell.
damage is usually alright,
So
but my
you
hit
swing
sucks.
twice.
Yeah, that's what I was
and
hoping
miss.
for.
Okay.
I
Next
love
time
you,
use
buddy.
my die.
We love you, Kyle. Next time Kyle's allowed to touch the dice.
Back to the scouts. And Lismir, since he's the only one currently awake, he is going to attack Rotmir.
Is he still mind fucked?
He is still mindfucked.
Fuck out.
Wow, that is a 19, an 18, and a 17. So, 23, 24, and 25.
Oh, fuck.
All 3 hit.
All 3 hit. That is...
I should have given you +2.
12
It would have gone away as soon as
8
you were
is 20.
dominated.
That's very true.
plus 9 is 29.
29 damage.
29 damage.
29 minus
Oh.
9 is 20.
Yes.
David, the hex on the hex blaze curse is gone.
Okay.
Or no, wait, it stays even if
Is it
No,
gone?
it's a one use. You use it, then
and
it's on
there.
until you
Okay.
die.
Okay. And never mind, it's still there.
That other scout, he's just there, just puking his guts out.
This guy.
Yeah.
You see Howarth stop for a moment, reaches his hand out, and purple glittering dust erupts in the area. And standing Now covered with this pink glitter next to this tree stands
I like
the
this
mind
guy.
player.
I'm glad I didn't kill him.
Rodney, you're up.
Might have killed his son though.
Oh, sister's trying to kill me.
Again.
Hold her
Uh,
still. Is this a normal occurrence?
No, actually. It's not.
Do we need me to drop another big spell?
If you got a big single
All right.
target spell, that'd be awesome.
I do.
This guy right here.
Uh-huh.
First attack.
I think it's been hit
going
twice, maybe 3 times. How many times has that guy actually been hit?
Okay.
I popped a sunbeam through him, but it
Ah, yeah.
passed to save.
19.
19's a hit.
That makes 2 hits.
So 4 cold
Okay.
and
Anyone else
9.
swing it?
Okay.
Second attack.
Lovely.
23.
I can say pass on that.
That's a
saving
hit.
throw, though.
Yeah, not when I give it disadvantage.
For 9 damage and 6 cold.
Okay. He falls to the ground. He
And
is still alive.
this guy.
Roll a hit.
My third attack. 26.
26 is a hit.
12 bludgeoning, 2 cold.
14.
Bonus action surge.
Okay.
This guy right here.
Roll a hit.
18.
18 is a hit.
13 points of bludgeoning and 4 cold.
Okay.
Fifth attack. 15.
15 is a miss.
Sixth attack. 22.
22 is a hit. Damage.
8 bludgeoning and 4 cold.
Alright.
Can you go to the side 1 square over the unconscious ranger? It won't provoke.
I will go like this.
No, you just need to move. Stand over the unconscious
Yeah.
ranger in his square.
Yeah, step over the ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there.
So right here.
No, right where you're at.
Right where you're at.
Just keep scooting.
Right where you're at.
Just
Right
scoot
there.
up 5 feet.
That's
There you go.
Baraka. What are you doing?
I'm going to throw Eldritch Blast at the Mind Flayer that's now covered in the sparky glitter stuff.
Roll to hit. You have advantage
see.
on the attack.
You gotta drop your AoE on.
18 plus 9 is
Definitely a hit.
This
Damage.
would be a good time for tentacle raid.
what?
Tentacle raid.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm going to do the tentacle raid.
Hey!
Okay, so you're doing
That's right.
large black tentacles?
Yep.
And you're sending it on him?
5.
The flare.
The Mind Flayer.
Are you centering it on the mind flayer?
Carry.
How much do you like tentacles?
So are you centering it on the mind flayer or no?
You should be able to miss him fairly easily.
If you back it up over here, it'll miss better.
Yeah.
So like right there.
Okay.
How big is that AoE? God damn.
20 feet.
20 feet.
Okay, then.
Same as a fireball or a seeking radiance.
Okay, so what saving throw do I need?
Strength. Or dex. One of the two.
I'm like, I'm already getting late.
It is functionally a grapple check, so yeah. I guess it is.
Dex 17.
Dex 17? Nope, that is a fail.
It takes 3d6 bludgeoning damage, and it's restrained until the spell ends.
Roll to hit. Roll damage.
Never mind. Change of plans.
You're not gonna do yours anymore.
Welcome to Japan, motherfucker! 9 damage,
9 damage.
and he's restrained. Stay
Yes,
there.
it is.
Oni-chan!
Arnos. Followed by
Right.
Perry.
Son of a bitch. Can I flank Triswin without interfering?
What do you mean?
I was actually directing that more at them. I'm trying to avoid their AoEs. Put me behind Triswin.
You're fine, dude. I'm not going to be anywhere near that with my
Right,
AoEs.
and here we go again. Protection from good and evil. Second level.
Alright, so roll your saving throw.
You're right, I really don't.
Roll your saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, she is dominated.
Huh?
Dominated.
Yeah, but she has advantage from me, and she
Why,
could
why from you?
protection from good and evil. She's currently on the next saving throw. She has advantage.
Oh, if
So-
it's just to her next saving throw, then don't worry about it.
No, okay.
Or the next.
No, then don't worry about it.
Like,
Bonus action? Arnos?
Hold on.
No?
Oh,
Perry,
no.
you're up.
Hold on. He's.
Key point patient defense.
The tentacle monster got tentacled round 2.
No,
It's
that's
not going to
actually
be
it.
feeling so good in a minute.
I was
We
like,
finally get to pop
yes,
this.
do you?
Well, go ahead and put my hate
Shit.
mark on the
Egg.
thingy.
On which one?
Squid face.
Squid face?
Squidward.
It's
So
so
Squidward is
Put your
good.
clarinet away,
That's
asshole.
Ricky Bobby.
I was gonna get up.
Okay.
So that's half my movement.
Finally,
Happy
after like 3
movement?
sessions, 3 or 4
So
sessions.
it's
we
here.
get to do
1, 2. That'll put me like there. I think if I can
Yep,
get away.
there's only 2 enemies.
And I'm gonna fire at him.
Roll the hit. You have advantage
Don't
on
worry
the
about
shot.
him. We got him. Take one of the other ones, dude.
Are you sure?
He's restrained until the end of his spell.
And he's getting beat up by
And he's
tentacles
about to
every
eat a
time.
sickening radiance.
He's having a bad.
Shoot the dull, the
Bad
the
day.
lanky fucker over here.
What about that one?
Yeah, shoot that one.
Oh god, there's
Yeah.
2 lanky fuckers left. 3 enemies. I'm sorry. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first off, can I tell that he's no longer a threat?
For your bonus action, roll me an insight check.
Ooh.
Shoot your buddy in the dick.
What?
Never mind.
7.
You have no idea.
So.
You should have asked over the sending stones or something.
He's not as big as a.
potion.
No, I was gonna use my bonus action, but that's my bonus action's gone now.
Alright, and both me and Tristan have protection.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him.
So both you and I have protection
Yeah.
from good.
Tristan and I have. Yes.
Trojan man.
Sorry.
24.
Who are you
She's
shooting
the
at? Bullet,
Nazi.
right?
This one right here.
That one right there?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a hit. Damage.
16.
Okay.
Dangling popsicle.
My second shot at him as well.
You had to reload. You'd already fired your 2
No, I
shots.
reloaded at the end of last round.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. Because I fired one.
Go to roll.
Oh, actually, I used the horde breaker.
Fired horde breaker. Didn't I?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Natural 1.
Fuck.
Roll your 2d8.
He did.
Oh,
Oh God.
that is 16.
16
Man.
points of fire damage.
Your ED is getting to you every fight.
I'm gonna do a warding maneuver from that far away.
You got protected
That
from his
one
own
is
explosion.
this thing's turn, and this
Explosive
thing,
dysfunction.
this one is going to go straight through you, gonna miss you and go through you, and then it's going to do 6 attacks on you. So, Perry,
Fun times.
Yeah.
that, I'm sorry, not Perry, Arnos, that is 9 force damage and 9 force damage.
That thing's like right outside the tentacle rape zone too.
Yeah.
Someone
That's why
push
it
it.
stopped there.
Someone push it.
Yep, that's why it stopped.
Push it.
Just
Push it real good.
into the no zone.
Push it real good.
I already moved him. He would have been smarter than that, but that's okay. So, Arnos, that is a 24,
No, that's a hit.
22,
That's a hit.
28,
It's allowed to miss. Just
uh,
putting that out there as a possibility.
17,
That's a miss.
11,
That's a miss.
12.
God damn, it actually gets 6 attacks.
It actually
Fucking
gets
hell.
It's
Look at the
okay.
bright
It's
side.
okay
It hit
though,
me
Perry.
twice and dropped me.
You fumbled a little
like
bit. You exploded a little
that
bit
is
before you're supposed
14.
to. Just in the chamber.
plus 14,
28.
plus
Happens to the best of us.
7 is
Sometimes we
35
get a little
points
bit
of slashing
excited.
damage.
Oh, it hit you light, dude.
This one here is going to go through you, land here, and it is going to attack you 3 times and the guy on the ground 3 times.
Ah, fuck.
That's 2 death saving throws and 2 death he's dead. It just rips him apart, then turns to you.
Any chance of that?
He's not your ally. That is 24,
Hit.
19,
Miss.
and 17.
Miss.
Okay. That is 21 points of damage. 18 points of damage. So that is both of them. He's dead. Flynn. As soon as you blink back into existence, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh no.
What the hell?
With disadvantage.
So I'm guessing a 14 ain't gonna do it.
That ain't gonna do it.
So we're gonna go ahead and see if Alondra saves my fuzzy ass.
Is it fuzzy? Is Flynn's ass fuzzy? I thought he waxed.
Waxing is for plebs. I press the digitate.
Plebs.
19?
19? Nope. That is going to be.
No, I didn't pass?
You did not pass. You
Oh,
failed.
fucking 19.
Fucking hell.
You are stunned. 15.
From what?
24 points of psychic damage.
Apparently I'm unable to pass a single save.
And I need a saving throw
Recap.
from 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
And it's a spell, but I'm not able to counter the spell because...
Is it able to do that when completely restrained?
Oh.
And beat the shit out of? Which I would think would break concentration.
Hold on a second, because you are incapacitated when you are stunned.
The spell is not concentration. It's just 10 minutes.
Okay. Then I need a saving throw from everybody except for Thraka.
Do I get a save at the
Even
end of
me?
my turn? Or
Wait,
am I
even
just-
You get to save it at the end of your turn.
What are we thinking?
Yes. No, you were its ally.
Disadvantage on this one too?
That is the
No,
only perk.
we'll save it.
20.
Okay. That will pass.
No.
What kind of intelligence?
Intelligence.
How much damage was it?
16.
36.
Remember, nobody gets my
16.
bonus.
16.
Nobody does?
20.
20.
I only rolled a
mean,
7.
it
7.
You
You
said
don't,
it.
and you don't have to roll. So, would you roll?
16?
16. No. So you take 36 points of psychic damage.
I'm down.
You pass with a 20. You
I
take
gave you a
18
potion.
points of psychic damage. You take 36 points of psychic damage and you are stunned.
I'm down. I'm not stunned, I'm down.
Tristan. You are going to go after Rotmir as he is one of the few people who's still up.
Wait, because I've seen my allies fall down near me. Would that jar me out of my hypnotic state?
Wouldn't matter, you don't have advantage from me.
I'll say sure.
Good argument.
Thank you. I'm like, alright, so I can go ahead and attack that thing right there, right?
Well, no, you get a saving throw.
Oh, okay.
You have protection, so advantage
No,
on
he,
your
no, he
next
doesn't. I
save.
just
No,
dropped.
yeah, he just dropped.
But you know what?
You have luck points.
I do have
So
two
you
more
have
luck
advantage on the
points.
next save. You need it.
If I need it.
Would you roll?
18.
18 plus 6.
Plus 6. You, at the end of your turn, break out of it. But that is your entire turn.
Okay, at least I am out of it.
And
Okay, take off that.
this guy,
That's a circle.
Which guy?
yeah, there's no point in him staying and dying.
So he's
You
dead.
see a portal plane open at its stomach, open and close, and he's gone.
So,
He can do that while restrained?
well, I just rolled out.
The only thing restrained does is speed is 0. He has attacks have disadvantage. All attacks against him have advantage, and he fails dex saving throws automatically.
Yeah, you can
Not
still
because
catch.
he's
I
just
should have killed him.
portaling.
That
Which
is
he
going to
didn't
bring
need
that
because it
Rotmir.
was apparently.
There's ways for you
Silent
to
and
come back
still.
in. You're lucky I didn't use the rest of its round, so I mean.
No, I
I
know.
mean, it's lucky that it
And I
left
did
because
break
that's
But
out
you're
of it.
complaining, and it's getting a little annoying that you're complaining.
Okay,
I mean,
I'll shut the fuck up.
I was going
Rotmir.
to double Eldritch Blast it off the face of the earth.
Fine.
So.
That
the
thing.
guy.
Roll the hit. Great attack.
20.
20 is the hit.
1 cold and 8 bludgeoning.
Oh shit.
Okay.
That was wrong. I forgot about that.
21.
Hit.
If it lasts for 10 minutes, do I blink even if I'm unconscious?
No.
Okay, so just put me down there.
8.
Oh, just down?
Yeah.
8 bludgeoning
I forgot to deduct one of the attacks.
Okay. Okay.
and 3 cold.
Alright. And
25.
25 is a hit. Damage.
9 bludgeoning and 3 cold.
That ends his life.
And
Yay!
I am going
Pull
to
this off with you. So you are down. You are down. Perry, you're still up, correct?
Nope, I'm down.
What? Perry's down.
I gain my 5 hit points, right?
Yes, as soon as he dies, you gain your 5 hit points.
now if I
Are you still under control?
use
No,
a
I'm good.
potion,
It's a bonus action if you use it on yourself.
but if I
But
use
you're
it
about
on
to
Somebody
get
else,
it.
it's a standard action. To administer is a
No,
standard
I'm no
action.
longer controlled.
Okay.
That one.
I'm going to look at my sister
You'll just see
and
me go like.
Okay. Then I do have a.
Well, she no longer has her weapon raised to bash your head in.
Good.
And you realize she stuttered the last
And
the
there's
last
a
time she
squiddly
did that.
behind
Do I need
her.
to make a perception check to see that 3 people went down?
No, I mean, you look around real quick and you can see three people on the floor.
Oh crap.
What are you doing, Robert?
Run over here and bonus action pull my
Potion out?
potion out. That's all I can do.
Okay, Rocco, what are you doing?
Since everybody's ignoring the squiddly behind Trislan's butt, I'm going to throw a first Eldritch Blast at it.
Roll to hit.
Plus 9 is 15.
15 is a miss.
Alright, action surge for another one.
No, you have 3 shots with the Eldritch
Oh,
Blast.
well, that's first shot miss.
Yep.
Second shot's 18 plus 9 hits.
Well,
Next-
it's the cantrip thing.
That's
Yeah.
what you did.
and then 10 plus 9 is 19, so
So hit.
27 and 19.
Hit. Damage on those. 2d10 plus
8.
4 to each, yeah.
Failed that save. I'm guessing disadvantage on it.
12 plus 8 is 20 damage.
No, I'm holding on to the third one.
Does
How
it
much?
20 damage? Does that splat it?
20 damage does not splat it.
Okay, action surge for another 3 shots.
Okay.
I only
One
want those
miss,
as a miss.
but then 2 hit because 19 and 21.
Hit, damage.
You can have this one back now. I'm done with it.
It doesn't like anyone
They did not
there.
roll well.
It doesn't like anybody.
It's been disowned twice.
Next time you go to hit Rotmir.
7
Watch
plus
it rolls
9 is
20.
16 plus 8 is 24 damage.
24 damage. It is looking really, really bad. You still have your move action.
I'm happy I'm here. Everybody else is getting mind fucked, and I'm just like,
Oh no, so I need a death saving throw.
That is
Perry.
that is con,
I need a
right?
death saving throw. No, it's just a
Die
D10.
chain.
That's fine. That's one pass.
Oh, you don't want this
And-
one either?
And Perry,
give me,
D10.
give me,
Or
give me
D20. Perry.
my dark boys.
You need a 10 there.
Oh
Hey,
shit.
you can have them back.
Seriously, people.
A 3?
You're
so that is a
you're-
failed death saving throw.
You have hateful little dice.
Fail.
So that's 1 fail, or 2 fails, right?
1.
1 fail?
Because you told me no disadvantage on it, so I rolled it.
So this guy comes to this tree, then through there to this tree, and he seems to be hopping into trees as he seems to be fleeing.
Ah, fuck. See, I told you trees were evil. Told you trees were evil.
When it enters,
Trislan.
when it enters into
Can
the
I-
tentacles, does it get restrained? It has to take a save if it enters into the
That
20
is
foot
the
zone.
It
restraint.
lands right into it.
It'll move around it.
You're finishing up your
It's
stun,
moving
though,
from
right?
tree to tree.
I'm-
It's not
yeah,
in
I
your
am right
zone.
now.
It's
I'm
not
out of it now.
teleporting from one tree to the next tree.
Bullshit.
Can I get to it?
Its speed is 50, so it's 100 feet, 115 feet away.
Oh fuck no, I cannot.
And anything
Eldritch
further
Blast.
than 60 feet away from you guys has partial cover. Anything at 80 feet has total cover.
Yeah, so I can't even shoot at it.
Well,
But you
Okay.
can, it just has
Even when your
cover.
turn comes back
Go
around.
touch people.
Huh?
Even when your turn comes back around, sure.
No, I'm talking
going
about
to go
her. She's
touch
the
Oh,
squirrel.
yeah.
Eldritch
Okay.
Blast. Don't you have range?
Yeah, I do, but I'm more concerned about everybody else's health.
So what are you doing, Tristan?
I am going to lay on hands.
On who?
Arnos, because he's right there next to me.
Okay, so how much do you pump into Arnos?
I'm going to do 5 points to begin with, and then we will go from
You are awake. You
Yeah.
take your move action or no?
Yes,
Where are you moving?
Parry?
To Perry?
to burial.
Over to Perry?
Yeah, that
that
would-
ends
boom,
the round.
boom,
We
and
get
then-
to Howarth. Howarth turns around, bends down next to Perry,
And I'm
puts
there
his
like
hands
this.
on him, and you heal
Gently follows him back to life.
9, 10 hit
Well,
points.
we're
You are
supposed to
awake.
talk about pumping 5.
Rodney.
I'm a little worried
I'm
about the
pouring
implications of that. Coming from the paladin.
Potion. Go ahead and hand me your potion and roll the 2d4 plus 2. Or is it a greater
it's a
potion?
jerky twisting potion.
No, it's a potion of healing.
Okay. Is it the big
Kinda
one
like
that
this.
you bought?
Mm.
No, that one Tristan took.
Okay. So Tristan has the big potion. Okay.
I actually gave it to Perry.
Harry has a
Oh,
So it's not
that's
the
one that's
greater?
on him?
Wait,
No,
yeah.
no. That one doesn't have a card.
Oh, okay. Oh, then I do have it. It's in
You
my
have
bag.
Okay, so you didn't give that one to him. You
I
didn't
thought-
give the bigger potion
I
to
thought I
him.
did, didn't I?
No, did you drop it on Perry?
I gave him a greater healing potion.
Well, you handed him
Okay.
the card.
I have
So-
the superior
Well,
one.
the question.
No, okay. My question is, The special potion that he bought that said this is a badass healing potion and gave it to you.
No.
That's not the one you
No,
gave to
that
him.
was
So
one I
that's
bought
so
from,
roll.
like-
Okay, so you have the
Sorry.
grade. So you're gonna roll the regular. How much?
So 9 points of damage.
9 points of healing. Clint.
Healing.
Okay.
And that will bring us out of combat. And right now is a decent place for us to go and take a quick break.
All right.
And we'll get
Okay.
back to this aftermath with 2 people surviving of the 4 brainwashed people. Though the mind flayer and one of his minions seem to survive as well. We'll see what happens. We'll all come back. And welcome back, everybody, to Dyson Dudes in the Mist of the Night. The Knights of Fate have managed to survive their ambush encounter with some very strange enemies and a strange-looking creature that none of them have ever seen before, but did quite a bit of damage to the brains. Still left up standing is Howarth. A quivering mess is the ranger that was peppering you guys with arrows that is still standing next to Thraka, or I should say kneeling on the ground next to Thraka. His son and friend, Lemire, Tomic and Lemire both lie dead. One of the creatures managed to flee. The other one's body that has been beaten to a bloody pulp by Rotmir still lays upon the ground, as well as that strange tentacle creature with tentacles coming out of his shoulders that you all have actually encountered before.
Yeah, in the library.
Yes, that is
that's
correct.
right.
Along with the Rakshasa.
Dolgons. Fun times.
So, what are you all going to do?
Is that guy still puking on the roof?
At this point, he's shaking, he curls in the ball, and he's weeping.
Oh, I mean the guy upstairs.
Tharka's gonna pick him up by the scruff of his neck and walk with him downstairs.
As soon as you pick him up, he grabs a hold of you. He puts his arms around you, buries his face in your chest. He has no guilt, no dignity. He has nothing preventing him from just laying out
Okay, so I'm gonna
everything.
just walk downstairs with Spider Monkey attached to my chest.
Pretty much. It's kind of rough. It's a half orc. This guy is big, and it's kind of rough to move him with you. But
Remember,
you're
I'm
able to
a big boy for a half orc.
No,
I'm
you-
like full orc
Yeah,
size.
you're big, but this guy's big as well, and he's a blubbering mess. You guys can see Howard has tears streaming down his face, but he, as you wake up, Perry, he reaches his hand out and pulls you to his feet. Pulls you to his feet. Then, without a word, he walks over and falls to his knees next to his son's body, picks up his kid, pulls him into his arms, and just weeps.
I'm going to see if I can actually, like,
Is there anything we can do for him?
push into their head.
Yeah, if you can
You
give him
can-
the
you
justice
can
his
establish
treachery
a,
desires.
Telepathic connection.
I
Okay.
Do
can
you
do
say anything or no?
funeral
No, I'm
rites.
just seeing if I can establish it.
Okay.
And I'm downstairs with the rest of the people.
Yeah, we're not moving
Okay.
miniatures around yet.
Um,
We don't play toy soldiers. Only when there's combat.
But I like.
I peel the spider monkey off of me
What is it? What does it
and
sound
set him
like?
down.
What is what sound like?
Sorry.
Any birds chirping? Any sounds of wildlife?
Thank you so much for
Yeah, not so much. You can hear some birds off in the distance, but you hear no wildlife or anything near where you guys currently are. It's far off in the
You
distance.
still have beacon.
Is there any traditions for
Beacon.
maybe like a
We
warrior's
probably
right?
Roll me a religion check, please.
No, that he learned in his military.
Yeah. Let's see. Roll me a religion check.
Well, wouldn't it be? Would be military? Or
No.
It would be more of like.
Well, let's say history then.
Well, no, I mean, I'm sure our family went to like mass or
so
something.
they're both the same. That would be a 15.
15. You know a few. I mean, most of what dwarven rites that you would do, and you basically sing a song about his life over his body, and then
Well, Ramir wants to do something to, help
And
this
he would
guy
be,
grieve, but he doesn't want to sing a song in this
Be a
situation.
son of traitor.
If you
I
like
got
to
trade
depend
something.
on me to do the funeral rites.
Yes, I will assist my sister in doing the funeral rites for warriors
Oh,
under
well,
Dolora.
it's going to take a while for him to relinquish his son's body for anything to happen. In that time, he's basically just standing, he's over his son's body, mourning his loss.
I'm not saying to when you are ready, I can perform funeral rites for your son and your fallen brother.
He looks at you with red eyes, tears just falling freely down his cheeks, just nods, and looks back at his son and holds him closer again.
Right, and then I will pop beacon.
Draka, however, is pissed because they, mind control or not, betrayed the Guardians. So he's going to kneel in front of him while he's cradling his son's body, and he's going to be like, so, you're going to tell me what the fuck just went on?
Why don't you allow him a moment to grieve?
Nah,
And
step
then
off.
after that, we can do this. Be decent and allow him to grieve the loss of his son.
The grief of traitors means little to me.
They were mind controlled. It's not exactly like they could help it.
Save a week.
And I look at you and was that what was going on?
Yes, I do apologize about that. I wouldn't actually try to kill you. I do love you.
Thraka has no
I
qualms
don't know.
right now
I've seen a few
because-
times you try.
Because in any type of military group, treason is punishable by death. And what they did, whether or not mind control is amountable to treason, so they either tell what they know or...
He doesn't respond to you. You hear the half-orc ranger that's now sitting down. His breathing is slowed down a bit and he seems more collected. He looks
Healing
up.
surges.
Huh?
I'm just going to use healing surges.
We'll do that after we hit at the end of a short rest. He looks over at Howard and just says, "I'm sorry for your loss, Thulian." He looks over and Thraka, even be.
Alright, then you talk.
I'm not proud of what this thing made me do. But this thing, that thing that attacked you all, it's not the thing that mind controlled me. That was one of its puppets.
How long ago did you get controlled? Would you say? Or can you even tell?
I could only get flashes and images. It made me do things. Terrible, terrible things.
Do you know where it lays?
I never went to its lair, but Howard did. Several times. But all I know is there was water and it was cold. But I don't know very much else. It kept me out here. It had me track down any of the stragglers from the gatekeepers or the guardians of the wood, and either if I couldn't bring them back, kill them.
Do you know if it was having you protect or guard any sigils
Of the seals?
of the seals? Yes.
I don't believe so. I don't see why I would have a vested interest in protecting any of the seals. If anything, if I knew where they were, it would have made me destroy them.
So you don't know where any of the seals are?
I didn't much travel past this place. I mean, I was within a mile of the old barracks for the last 4 weeks when it took me. It's had Howard for far longer. I'm not entirely sure, but... And you hear Howard speak up. 3 years.
It's had you for 3 years.
3 years.
So you will lead us to it, Sid.
I have an idea where it is, but... I can take you there. I have a great many things that I have to atone for. If that's your wish, I can lead you to where it be.
This is an evil we cannot let linger. It will do worse.
But I have to warn you, we weren't the only ones.
How many rangers?
A dozen? Maybe more.
Well, here's your time to avenge your son.
Did it have you do anything with
You
this?
should know, Patty. Vengeance doesn't do much. It's not
No.
gonna bring him back.
But it does feel a little bit better.
We need to kill this thing, aye? That we do. But we gotta be smart here. It knows. It can see everything I saw, everything my son saw. It could see it all. It knew everything you guys said. It knew of your plans. So it knows of the observatory. It knows of your plans ahead to Greenheart.
So
It
if, you
knows
must,
what you're seeking.
so we must find it and kill it before it does something we don't like.
Aye, but
Is it the kind to go after a target itself, or does it send its pawns?
I've never seen the creature. Not once. All I know is it kept its hold over me when I was 10 miles away from its person. It is powerful.
Can you identify the other ones that it has hold on?
I think I can. There's certain ticks. They think slower. So they have to wait for the creature to tell them what to do. So there's tells on how to catch them.
I think priority then would be to get Leighton to know.
If we find it, if we kill it
Aye.
before it does more damage.
But
We
they
might be able to
should
get a few
know,
extra hands from Leighton in taking this on.
or at least warn them about anyone who's in their
And then
area.
keep the ones under control captivated for a little bit until we can take care of it. It might know that what's going on, but at least
Or we go back and waste time, and it does something to the observatory of the tree that stops us. It knows our plans. If we
I
strike
would-
now, we may have a chance to
I
stop it.
would worry more about the observatory than Olean. Olean, this thing may be powerful, but
we'll get to the observatory soon enough. Show us, or at least give us an idea where it's at, and then go back and tell Leighton as quick as you can.
if,
We'll take a minute here to bury your son.
if you see me start acting strange again, I want you to kill me.
Don't very bad.
Believe me, the next time won't be at your knee. I promise you.
I say we bring them with us because they've already been under the influence once. We don't want to send someone who's already been taken control of to do something drastic back at camp. There's already 12 others that are potentially at camp. We don't need to reinforce anything. So we take them with us. We bind them, of course, so they can't stab us in the back. And they lead us. And then we kill it. And then when it's dead, they don't get mind controlled anymore and they can go back to their duties. And it'll also make them look better with the
Cole
old
stands
man.
up, pulls a small shovel out of his backpack, like an e-tool, walks a bit away from his boy's body and just starts digging a hole.
I leave the planning to them and help Howard dig the hole for himself.
When you approach, he looks at you. I have to do this on my own.
Well, we can bury your brother.
You may bury Lismere.
I'll dig a hole for Listener.
Tomic.
Oh yeah, Perry, you should probably fix your rifle before we go try to kill anything.
No shit.
So can I pop Beacon of Hope so we can, or while he's doing that, so we can all heal?
Now, who is watching?
I'll be on watch because I don't need to sleep. And I have the most resistance out of anybody here to any type of psychic fuckery.
Are you actively watching, or are you still trying to get a short rest in at the same time that you're watching?
How hurt?
Yeah, because I need my spells back.
Okay. Then go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
I guess I'll watch with him.
16?
Well,
Are you gonna take a short rest?
no, I was gonna take a short rest as well.
Okay. Go ahead and yeah, go ahead and roll.
That's a lot more than that is a natural 18 for a total of 26.
I seem to have a healing potion I didn't have before.
It takes him a couple
Yes,
of
I got
hours
that.
to get through this fairly hard earth in order to dig a hole deep enough for something. He digs like a 4-foot hole. And he drags his son into the hole, sets his weapons on his chest, crosses his arms, stands up above him, lowers his head, and mutters a prayer.
And I will perform the funeral rites for his son and.
He thanks you as he falters several times as he speaks the words, and you help pick it up and continue it. By the end, he's crying again, and when it's over, he very quietly begins placing the earth first by hand until the body's completely covered, and then he picks up a shovel and begins filling the hole. At the end, as he stands over his son, he pulls a knife out of his belt, jabs it into his gum, and works out his tusk until he pulls his tusk out. Then buries the tusk in with him, goes down and looks up at you and goes, "So a piece of me is with him forever." And then he stands up and walks up to you, Thraka, and holds his hands out.
Pull out some rope and I bind him.
He doesn't resist at all. The other ranger, you guys know his name as Mimic with a K. He, just like Hoetic, he allows you to bind him.
And bind
Don't
him.
take him with us though. Send him back.
Bye, so that it can betray us there.
We need them to guide us.
They're not going to betray us. They are free of that hold.
The
We
ga-
do need them to know about
The
what's
gatekeepers
going on.
need to know.
never felt anything able to take over a gatekeeper's mind like that as easily as it did. It has held over a dozen of us in its sway. I do not believe this creature to be weak enough to not be able to affect me again. I do what you ask. You want me to head back to Tamlin and tell him? I surely will. I have been feeding information to them about the gatekeepers for weeks, for years.
Then let me ask you. How much do you believe that you can get back there to tell them without being affected?
I don't know the creature's capabilities. I don't know what its power is. I don't know if its power is it has to see me. I would believe it does, because if not, it would have just used that other creature, looked through its eyes to get me. That's it. It would not have let me go. As you saw, it tried to kill those that knew. You have to understand. I'm not entirely sure of what this creature is capable of. I just know it's powerful.
Then you can send a message, can't you?
I can send the message.
You have the capability?
So while that's happening, what does everybody else think?
I'm gonna spend hit die to heal.
Well,
I
I'll do,
spent all
I'll
four
do
of my
making
fighter
a vote,
ones.
so
So
that way.
we'll get to all the healing here in just a minute.
Okay.
We'll do it order real quick.
Right.
Is anything happening? Okay, so go ahead and roll your rifle. Do you do anything?
For the love of...
Well, besides remain on watch.
I think you
Is that
got
it?
the tinkering check wrong too.
Oh, you
That's it.
Okay.
So
Tinkering plus dexterity. So proficiency plus dexterity.
I want to make a reference to the knowledge given me by my patron, who's otherworldly himself, about the name that they spoke of.
What
When-
name?
Remember the name, the one that starts with a Z? I can't remember off the top of my head. But
Oh, Zoriad is the realm. That's the realm of madness.
Yeah.
And he accused you of being touched by the realm.
Yeah. So, actually, I'm going to telepathically talk with him about that.
It's when he hears your voice in his mind, he just speaks.
It seems your treacherous nature is as bad as mine.
I've betrayed nothing. I haven't
Just
killed anybody.
That voice in my head says you have.
What do you do?
Well, that voice in your head also led to your son dying, so I didn't kill him. I've been doing everything that the Guardians have asked me for. I went to a hellhole for the Guardians. However, you have betrayed us.
You're a gatekeeper. You know that power is nothing natural. You can
And
lie to yourself, son, but eventually you're gonna wind up right where I am.
I doubt it.
He
Not a
doesn't,
puppet.
he doesn't respond. What'd you roll for your tinker check?
19.
Okay. So 1/10 of the price, and you can. That's 500 gold, or 50 gold. Sorry, 50 gold.
Oh,
Do you have enough?
yeah, I have enough. I did. We'll just say I have no gold anymore. I think I have a little bit more, but
Don't you have it on your D&D online?
no, I didn't update it.
Oh my god.
Can I get this message? Yeah. Why would I?
Because these are the gatekeepers.
And they're rife with traitors.
Yeah, let them know that they're right with the traitors.
So they betray us to the creature and we get ambushed.
They can be redeemed. At
We've
one-
wasted 4 hours burying a traitor.
At one point, you were a murderous, genocidal pirate, and now you are not.
I'm not dealing with Flynn today.
They can be redeemed and should be warned in case they can prevent any other deaths by their hands.
We don't know how much damage has been caused to the wardens.
True, but they should still have warning.
We don't even know if this Latham is not under control, like
Haworth
Haworth.
speaks with you.
Leighton's never been touched. Only the rangers that went through the forest returned. That's why I believe the creature would have to see you in order to affect your mind like that. But it wouldn't need to see you to continue to affect it.
They should be warned, even if we just tell him and tell him to be cautious.
Taylor
They
may be an
should.
old man, but he is not without his abilities.
So
Should
basically,
be warned.
it needs to see you in order to afflict you.
I believe.
Or do you need to
Look,
see it?
when it had control of me, there was still a part of me there. And I was watching and remembering. It's why I know I believe I know where it lairs. But knowing that it could simply leave and find a new lair. I've been under its thrall the longest. Well, besides my son. My son is the one who led me into the forest, which allowed this creature to take me. He was the first one taken. But I had the position of leadership within the gatekeepers. I'll give you all the information I can. You want to kill this son of a bitch? Yes, please. I hope you smash its skull and let me chop off its hand and keep it. This thing needs to die. I have no right to tell you anything, to try to change any of your actions in any which way. You want to free me and send me to Leighton, I will do my best to get there and tell him what's happening. The others who are not turned may try to kill me. But that's a death I'm willing to take. If I die in that attempt, then at least I'll reclaim some honor.
Well, Flynn,
It's only there the message goes with me as if I carried it.
well, either you send the message or I'm setting him free.
I can't send a message, and why would you trust him if I can?
Shing, cut his bonds. Go.
Don't move.
I will leave when I've done what I said I would and take you to where he was.
Fair enough.
Thanks for cutting my rope, dickhead. I fucking tie his hands back.
He doesn't fight.
Cut it out.
Stop cutting my rope. I pay money for that, just like you pay for that fucking shit rifle.
You can have my fucking rope.
Hey, this serves no purpose.
Stop your squabbling.
Okay.
You go now.
At
You
this
find
point,
the creature.
go ahead. Anyone who's spending hit dice,
Okay.
remember you're rolling. You get max HP for hit dice. You do the spell at the end, and you get max hit points from the potion.
I spent all four of my fire
So that's
points.
40 plus your con 4 times.
Okay, I have an additional level 3, but we don't have a card for it. Do you want me
Oh
to
no, let me give you your card then.
Okay, because I have that one over there, but I don't have my card. So just put it in the file, sneak in and...
9 hit dice and first level spell. Spells are good.
Alright, it's
Okay. So it's all maxed. There you go.
I'll just put it in the file.
I'm still not over
Put it in the
that.
file.
Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, D6s, yeah.
Yeah,
I look still pretty beat up.
And do we all-
Yeah, because you don't heal.
If we're doing beacon?
I'm probably
Yeah, it's max hit points.
Yeah.
max
Except for me.
hit points.
No, for you too.
But then half
That's right.
it.
I'm gonna do.
Because he's cursed, because part of his soul is.
You don't know
missing.
that.
Oh.
No, you don't know. But you do see me there resting, but I
Okay,
don't
so
look like I'm
50,
getting any better.
So for you, that's 75, right?
5 times 15.
Yeah, 75.
Yeah.
I have partially a solution to this.
All right, I'm getting pretty frustrated. Spill it.
Yeah, I'm a little frustrated too. I cast a gaze upon the weak one. And if he doesn't do what we ask him to, it burns his mind.
Alright, let's help out.
The younger ranger.
I'm fine-ish now.
Fine-ish.
Do it.
Better.
I'm not scared.
It's a lot of money in that scroll.
Well,
I've
this
been
is
holding on to it, but
like this is your idea.
I'm waiting for you to get to the end of the campaign. It's all over, and you go like, and I never used that item. I saved it this whole time.
I've been weaseling away items that I got at 9th level for a
Dude,
while.
I do that in every video game I play. So I would love to see a 4-year campaign and somebody holding on to one thing for the entire campaign, and then like, oh yeah, I forgot I had that.
So
We could-
how bad is
I don't forget I had it. I
How
just
bad are you?
I look pretty beat up.
Does beacon add healing, or does it just max healing?
No, it maxes the heal.
Max
just
is
making sure.
feeling that you do.
Whoa.
So we could send the young
I
one
had-
back.
I had a lot of.
So you
points
cast
that
the
didn't-
Geas. So he
It
spends 10
didn't
minutes
affect me
casting
because
the
I
Geas
have
spell.
a heavy
and-
armor master.
Oh, that's right.
The guy.
You will not betray us. You will carry this message to Leighton and Leighton only. You will not speak of it to anyone.
He nods, turns, then turns back.
I need at least a dagger.
I'm sorry. I need at least a dagger to get through.
I'll give
Take-
him my hand out.
Well, or I mean, you can give him his own dagger that you guys.
Oh,
You
got.
may take your weapons.
He takes his dagger. He takes his bow. I thank you, and truly from the bottom of my heart, he goes up to you and hugs you, and hugs you tight. Then pulls back, holds by the shoulders, and says, "I can't repay you. I'll never be able
Just
to.
tip the scales in our favor.
What the?
I
And
do that."
And move with all speed.
And he turns and
Wait, what does his ration situation look like?
oh, he's fine.
Okay. So I will
Or
be doing.
better yet, cut the thumb that's holding the scales out of our favor.
This guy must have like
Sure.
taken some barbarian levels because this guy's fast.
How many hit points is that?
That'll be.
Oh, that hurts so bad.
You guys have potions if you guys want to use potions too.
No,
if you're gonna
I-
use them.
Idiot.
How
Oh, they're
expensive that
so
scroll is.
16 plus.
Oh, you had the guess
That
scroll.
would be plus 3.
Right.
I've
Plus
been
three.
hoarding scrolls
So,
since the
19?
beginning of the game, waiting for those
Divide that in
moments.
half.
I'm
Scroll
down
nine.
to like Legend Lord,
Nine.
Definition, and Magic
Nine.
Circle.
9?
Yeah, because you're gonna have to run down.
Oh, that brings me to 72 hit points.
Oh, and I have the
Oh,
first scroll. I
lovely.
really should have used that one.
Like, never mind.
Oh.
This is after I've already burned.
I should have used Stone Skin.
Yay! Another short rest is not
Can
gonna
I
do
get
me
my
shit for
that
that.
potion?
back?
And 4 hit
Yes.
die.
Your cards you can get back.
I know. It sucks.
Another short rest is not gonna do me shit for good. Oh god.
I can. Did you want me to lay on hands?
I'm at full hit points.
You're at full hit points?
Perry needs it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm getting 15 per die,
Do you
so
want
I'm
me to do
all the way
a
up.
couple level 1s?
Only what you can spare.
I can do one more level 2.
I'm the cursed one.
I busted all but 3 of
What do
my
you mean you're
health
cursed?
and my hit die. Oh dear god.
He's got part of my soul in a gem. Didn't you notice that?
What?
Hello, little Perry.
What?
Look, it's Perry. I didn't put that
I
together.
thought you all were aware of that.
Hello.
I thought we were all aware of that, vaguely. in some
No.
See, look, it's Perry.
Why? What? Stop pointing to your crotch.
No, it's
It's the fanny
the
pack.
giant belt.
I know, but so
It's your little dick.
I burn you to ashes and say fuck Savardins.
Alright,
Okay, no more dick jokes then.
Yeah.
Me.
I'll
But I'm
do
dick.
Are you going to really fuck with a dude that could
another
just
level
your
2,
soul?
So that'll be max hit points of.
That's what another 9.
I could use that diamond as a component for something. Oh, we're going to use Perry's soul in the pond.
I'm still a little kind of scratched, but I look better.
Wait, if you use that diamond for a component, would that boost the
But
spell
is that
since
at
it's a
least
soul feeling it?
He's not entirely sure what's
You
in
can
it,
use hit die.
but he can attempt to use it.
Yeah, I think I'll use
we're
another
strapping
hit
it
die.
into the staff.
I'm gonna end up using mine too.
I kind of thought you might put it on
You're
Prince
like,
Albert.
eh.
This with all this talk.
Like if you put it in the wand and every
I
time
guess
it
we're heading
draws.
out following Hogarth.
Alright, I
So
will
if he
be
puts it in the wand and
using
uses it
hit
and
die.
like Perry shrinks a little, maybe then we can figure it out. Scientific mind player.
I mean,
I've spent more than a year
You
working
can
on
give
this
it a
kit
shot.
on and off. And it's still not done. And now I can't work on it because it's in the hole and I'm scared the hole's going
No.
to stay up when we put it up.
Now I've got this image of the for some reason I've got this image of the mind flayer Zoid birding through that teleportation portal.
It probably did because it's getting out tentacles.
Alright, so we're following Hogarth.
yeah.
I use 3 hit die and then you. So I have the spells. marked
Howard
down.
tells you,
I think I've got like 5 platinum.
it's a little over half a day's walk from where we stand now.
So Vivak.
And you guys know you're moving slower than normal. Thankfully, with him, you're not moving at half speed. But it's still going to take you guys. It's probably 6 to 7 miles away from where you guys
Right,
are.
all right. I'll take favorite terrain for it when it
And
comes
it
back around.
is straight to the east.
Is there any-
Almost due east from where you.
Is there
from
any
where you
point
are
in
now.
stealthing?
The thing is, I don't know what this creature is. I've heard tales.
And he's telling you guys this as you guys move.
I've heard tales of Illithid. Strange and powerful creatures.
Arcana.
The hobgoblins called the mind flayers.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do it too because I should have advantage, right?
No, straight roll.
Me too? I now have it.
20.
20. Okay.
17.
Okay.
19!
Okay.
God.
I know there's those creatures, and they're powerful, but they were said to be locked within Zoriat. We could not come this way. We haven't seen one in God knows how long. I mean, you have the occasional beholder, but these creatures, you don't have them. They don't come through like that.
So don't worry, Hogarth. I'm sure the goddess's flames will cleanse this, however.
Well, I hope the goddess's flames do that indeed. I don't know the creature's potential, but it was said that there were powerful mind flayers, so powerful that any creature within miles of them, it could touch their consciousness and know exactly where they are.
And that's when a light bulb clicks. And you realize, well, the first day that y'all were traveling, you felt something. And something like touched your mind. And you barely sensed it. It was such a gentle thing that you almost didn't notice it. And you basically shook it off as maybe it was your patron
You're the
connecting
only one
with
who
you.
noticed that.
Something would have happened. No one else seemed to pay it any mind, so it was probably just in your own head. But now that minor event, maybe there was more to it.
You're
Yes.
the only.
While he's talking,
You're the only one who didn't
does
plug
the
her off.
saga say anything? Can I like ask her anything telepathically?
Well, if it was
Are you
attempting
gonna
to
spend
scry on
10
us, it
minutes to
couldn't
do the
scry
ritual
on
with
me.
Doctor?
No, I can't. I mean, we're walking, right? Can I do that while walking?
No.
Yeah. So
Now, you have free communication with Lasaga now. Lasaga can see and perceive everything that's happening around her, but to communicate with her, you actually have to go into that trance, and you basically re-enter her hut again. That almost like mind palace type construct within your own head to speak to her. She has herself walled off from you, so that way you don't have any negative connotations of if she reverts or if she
Yeah.
decides to take back control. That was one of the deals that you all made to keep that in place.
yeah,
So the downside of that is you don't get
that free
instantaneous
contact.
with her. You have to do the ritual. You basically have to lower your own guard in order to allow her to speak, and that takes time and effort.
Would I have been able to do that when we were still? No, that's right. Yeah.
Now, you were too busy helping him bury his kid, you were doing all that stuff. So you wouldn't have taken the time to do that.
Okay.
So my Pag Dad's nephews are trying to mindfuck us. Okay.
You don't even know who your patron is. I mean, you've never even seen a flash of image of the dude.
So we're gonna.
He's loud.
That's-
Last time I talked to him, he's loud.
Very loud.
It's Hermes Moore. It's okay. So tentacle eye.
I prefer
monster.
Maybe
Cthulhu.
it's David Bowie. You don't know.
Yo,
No,
can that be,
that's Flynn's
yo, can that be my patron?
Oh my god,
How much? How much do I have to pay?
beautiful. That is
so,
Flynn.
handcuffs for life. No, I'm just kidding. So,
Oh my god.
Hey, mama.
okay, back to the game.
Oh god.
Haworth, as he gives you guys a very brief history lesson of these things. Flynn, you've heard them mentioned in old text. As far as anyone else really knew, these creatures were gone. They were trapped within Zordiat and weren't able to get to this realm anymore. That was one of the points of the Gatekeeper seals. But if they're here, something's wrong. Something's going very, very wrong. You have similar information he is. The only reason you know is old teachings. And I mean, this is like fireside tale stuff of these creatures wrapping tentacles around people's heads, cracking their skulls like an egg and sucking on their brains. I mean, but for you, it was old wives' tales. You know, it was fireside chats. It was nothing. You know, it was ghost stories. But now to see one in real life, that creature that you all saw, it looked like it was a composite of several other creatures that have been put together. Like, not stitched together, but like changed from other creatures into this. It's something natural that was turned wholly unnatural.
Like the giant thing?
No. That thing literally stitched things together.
Okay.
And they grew those strange growths from any kind of mutation that he
I'm
did.
just making sure it's not like
Maybe he was attempting to do the same thing that they were, because it seems similar in effect, but much more volatile than what these were. These things were killing machines. You never felt curiosity like that in your face, and then as them literally phasing through you, I mean, a creature of pure aggression and anger and claws with the ability to phase through walls and trees and things, that is
I
terrifying.
wonder if he still has a big eye.
So
Who?
Who do we know who grafts creatures together
The
from
giant
composites
thing.
and dominates people?
it might be, it might not be. We go, we find it, and we deal with it. Press on.
I tag along. I try to be, stealthy about this, but I get next to his name's Haworth, right? And really hushed. I try to ask him things like, so, is there anything I can do to protect my stuff?
All right, Gimli.
I'm honestly not sure. I mean, I would assume there's certain things that can be done, certain magics that may protect you, but these creatures are insane. Their power is absolutely different from what I was expecting. And these are the creatures that the old Hobgoblin empires fought. I don't know how they survived against power of that level. I have no idea.
I start mumbling battlefield prayers to try and harden my mind.
Maybe one of the few things you can do is try to have your God protect you.
I guess we'll move on.
He's doing this trying to hide it from all you guys, but it's probably very easy here.
I guess, David, as we're walking wherever, I'm constantly just like skimming the surface of Howard's head just to see if I can hit the connection, because last time he's overtaken, I couldn't establish connection. Just, just like a cursor, you're like, still good, still good, still good, because as soon as he's not good, I'm pretty much going to command man.
Okay.
Because I ain't dealing with that shit again.
So you're going to shoot him when?
As soon as he gets taken over again.
Okay. So you're just waiting for any kind of change
Yep.
in his... Okay. Go and roll me an insight check.
Are we walking along?
One.
Transit?
Yeet.
You
Oh, yeah.
are so pissed off at him calling you a traitor.
Thank you.
While we're walking along, I'll try to see if I can actually get a hold of Elida. I've never tried it before.
Be gone,
Oh,
tainted
your
dice.
girlfriend.
Hello.
Girlfriend.
Suddenly you hear Bob Bergman.
Gotta remember your abilities.
Oh.
You can't be charmed.
I didn't know that was charmed.
Dominate is a charm.
Dominate.
thing.
Oh,
It's a charm
okay.
effect.
So
It's like if you'd
we
wasted
will
time-
have to say that instead you are the one dominated. You were not.
Okay, well,
Fair enough.
fair
I mean,
enough.
she can be
Oh,
charmed,
Robmere.
and charm is a waste of time on me.
Bad DM.
So Robmere was
he's
in
got
the
enough to
Fall
remember
River
that.
incident.
Is it just advantage?
Apparently so.
Is that just for
Can't be
devoted,
charmed.
or is that just paladin?
No,
in general?
no.
That's
You have advantage on saving throws against you.
Huh?
That's an order.
Is it paladin?
So it's just paladin.
Are you talking about
Just-
Fey
No,
Industry?
For
paladin.
existing as a
You
paladin, not
can't
getting
be
a
charmed. You're
specific
immune to charm, and any
Oh.
creature within 10 feet of you is immune to charm.
Paladin.
For a paladin of oath of devotion.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, her oath
Along
of
with
devotion makes her do
disease.
that. So sorry for that, people. I just had that thought bubble pop in my head. So
That's not the
Robmere
second
was
time
the
it's
one who
come
was
up.
charmed and tried to kill his sister. So we got to retcon all of that.
Ah, that
Because
sucks.
he's trying to
Fair
talk to
enough.
the weird elf lady.
Yeah, that fight actually would have been.
Yeah.
It's his
Big
girlfriend.
Faye, yeah, no.
It's his girlfriend.
Okay, so
I trust my
Um,
big hentai
I'm-
David Bowie daddy more
I'm
than
not sure if there's a way for you to.
I
protect
gotta be
yourself
honest, she
from
didn't
taking
give
you
me
over
her.
again.
I gave her my phone number, not the other way around.
But think of your loved ones. I haven't been able to shake the creature's influence, not once, but seeing my son on the ground, that gave me the strength to push through.
I'm sorry it had to come to that.
That's why. You point me towards that creature, give me a blade, and I'll die trying to kill it. I got nothing left here.
We'll let you be the first one in.
He takes you guys. It's hard terrain, but at this time, by about an hour after dusk, so it's getting dark within this forest. He finally stops, raises his hand, and points ahead. You see what looks to be probably at one time was a village. A little small out here in the middle of the forest, unoccupied for years. The nature has reclaimed all of the buildings. There is hardly anything in the way of foundations and a couple of walls left within this place. At the center of the village, there is a still fairly sizable well that sits at its heart. He points directly at the well.
Yeah, if we have to go down the bell, that's excellent.
That's where it has to be. There's
Fellow, lead the way.
Hold on, wait a second. Let's spend a few moments here on prep.
Do what you must.
I'm actually going to coat a couple of bullets. How much is it?
Or the oil
Spell?
of sharpness?
Or that's
Oil of sharpness.
5
5 pieces of ammunition.
I will get rope ready so
Let
we're
me
able to
keep
find
that just
it.
so I can keep. Is it +3?
+3 to attack and damage.
Okay.
Take your bandolier. Whoop.
Right.
No, I want you to roll me a quick intelligence check.
Me?
Yes.
Don't fail, don't fail, don't fail, don't fail,
Right?
don't fail, don't fail. No
Right.
pressure, but
Don't fail. Oh, hey, that's all right.
oh, I just had to put pressure on.
Straight intelligence?
Yeah.
So that is a 15.
As you go to pour out of this bottle onto the ammo, you stop yourself for a second, and you're unsure whether or not the oil itself is what's magical, and the oil on the rounds is what imparts the magical ability, or if it imbues the rounds with magic. If it's the oil that's magic, it looks like you're about to jump into a well, which may wash it away, but you're not 100% sure.
You know what? Maybe I shouldn't do that.
Spit on it.
So,
Well, it is
I don't
oil.
know. Right?
Half the point of oil is sealing.
You need to learn how to make grenades, dude. Just drop a grenade down the well.
Don't sink too hard. You may hurt yourself.
No, the
Who
hamsters are
knows, though?
smoking.
If they eat brains, you're safe.
You know, I've held on to this oil long enough.
I'm not carrying it
Give it
like
a
I
shot.
used to carry
Yeah, give it a shot.
Okay.
You could always stow those bullets in a bag so that if they do happen to get a little wet, it's sealed. I mean, put them in a pouch rather than a bandolier.
Well, I'll put 2 of them in my rifle.
So two are safe.
Hallworth, are we gonna have to do any swimming?
From what I can remember, the creature's influence was strong here, and it would try to make us forget, but I've been here a few times, so I've been able to piece together a little here and there. I know the reason this village was built at one point was to protect the labyrinth beneath it, an old created thing from the hobgoblins. I believe there's a seal down there, maybe even 2 of them. I think that's where he's been holding up, but in order to get to there, we have to swim. There's an underground lake. We have to go to the south end of it, swim beneath the water, and all the passages into the entrance. Is that a natural form of protection?
Most I can do is walk along the bottom.
I'm not sure what to tell you.
And he kind of taps your plate now, and it's not going to do much for you down there.
I think I'm missing one of these, and I need 1 more. But
How many you have?
2. And I think I need 3 now.
You took the spell, but it's going to be useful for this, didn't you?
I did! And
Yes.
I don't know if he blamed that just because I did.
No, I wouldn't do that.
What spell did you cast?
Exactly.
Water
David,
breathing.
I would never be that cool.
Water breathing is really useful. That lasts 24 hours.
It's everyone. It's 24 hours.
I think it's a
Hold on,
number
let-
of creatures, but
yeah,
you know, I
let,
think
let me
it'll have
let me
echo.
double.
It's an awesome spell.
Roddy, we won't die.
Just walk on the ball.
Taking off his armor.
Oh yeah.
This
yeah.
spell grants up to 10 willing creatures you can see within your range, which is 30 feet, the ability to breathe underwater until the spell ends, which is 24 hours.
Don't worry, Rasmus. Barry is the very best of rangers and will protect us through the water.
You could walk on the bottom.
Quite honestly, Olandra has blessed us by providing us with something like that. Until
I
his gun
consider
blows up in
taking
his
one.
face.
How
breathing.
deep is it?
Do I know that I can?
Right, I'll put this one here.
Which one?
You're
Okay.
Perry, correct? So
do
I'll keep this one
know
here.
that I can breathe underwater?
I tell you.
But do I know that I can? I mean,
trust
magical knowledge. I mean,
you've never had water breathing before.
I've never had to either.
It's a badass spell.
So you're saying I can breathe underwater?
Yeah. It's a little bit of a natural.
Look into my eyes and believe me when I say you will breathe underwater. So there's a 30 if you need a persuasion check.
Okay, let me see if I can get.
I'm useful!
What is it?
Insight?
Insight.
Plot twist, you really can't. You just throw him down the well.
No, it doesn't even come close to 30.
Well, how much do you feel by?
Well, I've got a 20.
20? Okay, so he's pretty convincing. He knows a lot about magic, a lot more than you do.
Well, maybe I should take my armor off to make it easier. to
You
breathe.
will leave the armor
Nah.
on.
It'll hold you to the ground.
And you could walk underwater while breathing.
This is a great advantage.
Do you touch Horth with it?
I do.
Everyone within range.
And he kind of reaches up, and you can all see on each other gills open on the sides of your neck.
This is creepy.
That feels
Everything is
weird.
on my neck.
Now whenever I poof out my feathers, my skin flops up, and that just feels odd.
Just wait until you show your husband that one.
Right, so
It's more holes.
Oh
I
god, a hot tub full of
Does Horth have his weapon?
water breathing potions. What?
we give
Does
him
Horth
one.
have any weapon?
That would be
I give him his
great.
weapons.
Do you give him his weapons back? He
Yeah.
takes his axe. He'll take his. I'm sorry. He has. I mixed it up. Lismir has the axes. It's actually at exactly as the model is. He's got a bow on his back and a longsword.
And one dead son.
And 1 dead side.
I coat 5 of the sharp shot,
Oh,
Don't
What?
worry, it's not like he was innocent.
Put 2
when
into
I
the
fucking
rifle.
Dash.
bundle it up, and make and
Actually,
put
he
the round
might have
the
been.
extra 3 with it.
It was a trick
Bundle
to-
up and make it as waterproof as I
You're
possibly
pretty
can.
good at. You've had to do this a few times in your career,
Yeah.
so you're pretty practiced at it.
I'm gonna take off my armor.
Leave it on. You walk on the bottom.
You could
Yeah,
almost
the
say
hat, the armor in the
I
back.
tie a rope around my
Leave it
waist,
on. You walk on the bottom. It's okay.
and I give.
No, I'm
So David,
scared.
could you say that his son's career
Take
ended?
it off.
It went down in flames.
Why?
Because then you will be weak
No,
in the fight.
because he didn't die to fire.
We can always stop and we
Sorry.
can put on
I'll
armor
take my punts
before
for
we
Tristan?
do anything.
Once we get started on this, I don't think we'll have time.
We don't want to stop.
And I
We've already
give
on a
it
time crunch.
to-
Be persuasive.
Put it back on.
How many hours did we
Okay,
waste
so
on it?
Trisman, Rotmir hands you a rope, and you can see it's attached to his waist.
Alright,
Oh.
so I'm
it's-
putting my armor back on
it's-
apparently,
There's
and I'll
drinkable water down there.
tie it
The
on.
well, as far as I know, is still functional. Water is fairly clear.
Does it head down into directly into the labyrinth?
We are going to.
Well, the
Don't fight. Stand on the edge. I kick you out.
the well feeds directly
Fine
into
with
the lake.
this. This is like being
We
at home.
gotta swim across the lake. As far as I know, there's no land masses in its center. It's just a large lake, and we have to swim to its southern end to get to the entrance.
Okay, Rotmir's climbing up the edge of the well.
You
So
want
don't
to
give him a
wait
kick
till
in the
I
butt when he
get,
gets to the
get
top.
up there with
Huh?
you before
Uh,
we just both go?
You feel Flint kick you, and it's enough to throw you off balance. You look down, and we're about 60 feet down.
I will actually climb over. We have rope going down because I did set that up.
Go ahead and roll me a acrobatics check real quick.
Please don't. I'm attached to him.
We know. I mean, you guys are practically inseparable.
That's my older brother.
Negative
Please don't say that.
Sugar, we're going down swinging.
22. He pushes you, and you
Can I grab
and
him?
look back
I mean, like-
at Flynn and see him smiling.
I need the ability to force push as a warlock.
Alright, so we'll just. I have rope set up so we can climb down.
Okay, I go down the well.
So you jump.
No. We
I'm
have
gonna
rope.
hold my nose
We
and
have
jump
rope
in.
set up. I said I had rope so we
Okay,
can climb
so you're
down.
holding on to him. Okay, so do you jump?
Well, no, he's climbing
We
down.
have grappling
Okay, so you're
hook.
climbing in. Okay, the way that this well
We
is.
have climbing gear.
Hold on. The way this well is, this well, okay, sits on the ground, okay? The well itself is basically just a cover. Beneath the well, it goes down about 7 or 8 feet, and then it opens into a large natural cavern. And the water is 60 feet below the lip of the well itself. Now there is a old piece of rope that was hanging there that probably had a bucket attached to it. They still used it for fresh water. Why wouldn't you? But it's long gone.
How wide is the well?
The well itself, it's enough for like pretty much each of you to come through. It's a typical size well. It's about 3 feet in diameter.
My faith will protect me.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're going to climb down, you see Flynn just jump in.
Arnos is right after him, head first.
I'm gonna cast
On the way down, you activate the boots.
Yeah.
No one wants
No,
to
not
use
the
the
boots,
climbing
no.
equipment that we have bought.
So Rotmir,
Just enough
as
when
you
I'm
are
in the
watching,
dark.
as you see Flynn
No!
come down, I want you to roll me a perception check.
Disadvantage. It's dark.
I'll wait until my turn.
Oh
Dark
God.
vision or no?
You have dark vision, so
You're a dwarf. It's like
Disadvantage?
no.
Oh yeah, we're fine.
Disadvantage, please.
it's like the video of the Canadian doing the snowmobile. It's
Twenty.
still gonna
Now
sound.
natural.
Okay.
Bless you.
Oh my
You don't hear him
goodness.
splash, and you realize for a second, oh yeah, he's got the winged boots.
Oh yeah, he's got the winged boots.
Mm.
I'll go down next, head first.
No.
I'm gonna turn it
So
on.
as you keep trying to climb in, you have Flynn, and then as you go to start again, you see Arnos do it too.
Are you gonna jump down there too?
And in
Or are you
Dwarven
gonna
I
use
say,
the climbing
it's my
equipment?
turn.
You hear the splash because I'm gonna just
Use the climbing equipment.
You hear a splash
It's just time.
way
off.
later than what it should be. Do you land in the water as well?
No, I go down. I go down and immediately open my wings, almost immediately.
He's like,
So,
Okay. I'm gonna roll me a perception check real quick. Now you're climbing down, so I want you to roll me an athletics check.
well, that's kind
Because
of
once you get past the lip, you have nothing to grab onto. This is all Trisman. So Trisman, I need an athletics check from you, please.
Alright.
15.
This is a fairly large natural cavern. It's about 50 feet wide and about 30 feet long. So I mean, you can just sit there, kind of, going around and around with this thing. It's a good from inside the cavern. It's a good, pretty deep. The water itself, you have dark vision, correct?
60 feet, yeah.
You can barely make out the water, and you can tell it's water because it's just moving ever so slightly. There is a current down here.
Which direction has it flung?
Are you gonna go to the water and check? It's not moving fast enough for you.
No.
It is. You can
Can I find a
almost see.
Can I find a stalagmite? Stick me in
There's
the
plenty.
water.
Yeah, there's plenty.
Find one, land on it.
If you can see colors, you would be able to see the bottom of the water. That's how clear this water is.
Oh, damn.
That's some nice water.
Yeah, this is crystal clear water. Which roll?
I rolled a 20, so, and
Okay.
then plus 10, so
you,
30.
Oh yeah. So your sister's gotten stronger. I mean,
Some
you're,
roids.
you're heavy. I mean, with all of your gear on you, it's about 350 pounds.
No.
And she
No.
fairly easily just lowers you down.
Right before I go into the water, I'm like,
Facial hair.
you're gonna have to jump.
You hear that as you're straining, and as soon as right before he goes in the water, you hear this. You're gonna have to jump.
We have climbing gear.
Oh,
just gonna
so
say
they
that
made it down
again.
safely.
No,
I got
climbing gear.
wings!
So I
Why
bought
would I use climbing gear?
I boxed Flynn.
Unless it's
So-
really now.
Hey buddy, there's water down there, right?
No, there's no water at all.
So there's water down there.
Hey, how deep is the water?
Gonna send it. Gonna fucking.
Problem is with dark vision. Dark vision doesn't penetrate liquids, so you can't see past the surface of the water.
Oh, I already sent it.
That's
I jumped.
Because water
I've already said. I said
Water
it.
is a plane, okay? And
Looks
they've
like
actually
it's
talked
flat
about
at
this.
the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like it's flat to you. You can tell it's water because you can see
Still
gentle
gonna send
motion,
it.
but it doesn't extend beyond.
That's
5
weird.
sets of climbing gear.
So, dark
If you're
vision does
in-
not
it
obey the
doesn't-
Fresnel effect.
It does not penetrate water, but if you're in water, it doesn't penetrate out of water.
That's just kind of sick.
Cast Dark Division on myself,
Okay?
and then do a swan
That's
dive.
just.
I cannonball.
I
before
just
him.
win!
Go to
No,
roll me
I-
athletics.
You know, we really don't
I
know how.
cannonball before him.
Roll me
I
athletics
sent
check.
it first.
Wow, so you're both going at the same time.
Yeet!
Watch you both tumble into the water.
8 plus
Oh dear
17.
God. Not again.
Okay?
So,
Thank God for that.
I still add my bonus even if it's a natural 1, right?
No, that's one is a fail. So the reason you fail is right as you go to jump
Belly
up,
flop.
Draka grabs you by the shoulder, pulls you off. You land ass over teacup on the ground, and he smiles at you and cannonballs you.
Again, we have climbing equipment.
Bye bye.
Trip the waters.
I have not. We have no idea how deep.
Okay.
As you get up and go in as well, Holworth turns to you. Goes, you all are heading into almost certain death. And to see you all fucking around like a bunch of teenagers, well, might just have a chance. And he jumps into the.
We give him hope. But as I jump past him, I just do this like.
It's strangely uplifting to see people who are walking into almost certain death and be nonchalant about it. That's kind of like, okay, well, maybe the Magnificent Seven over here can protect me. You know?
Do you know how many times we've walked into certain death?
Exactly.
Do you know how many
There's
times
old
we've
hats at it.
walked against this particular form of certain death?
I'm going to use the
Once.
control water
You-
cantrip
once.
to propel
Fucking hell.
myself faster.
Now you can feel the stream actually goes the opposite direction
Oh, God, twice.
of what Holworth told you where it is. So as he pointed out in the city or the village, the direction of where the hole would be, you kind of orient yourself and think, oh, the water is coming from that direction.
Cool. I'll use control water to flip it around so it's easy for me to swim.
Well, you can do it like right in front of you to slow it down, so it's not as like you're not really. While everyone else is kind of swimming and moving against the current, you're just nah.
It's
not
the
really.
Avatar. He's able to fly, control water.
Yeah, you walk
spit shit on fire.
and There is a
He's
moment.
not as cool as Aang.
I mean,
Eh.
Flynn.
He's the exact opposite.
Flynn is a
Waterbender.
He gave a compelling argument. He knows a lot about magic, but there was still that voice in your head that just
Exactly.
was as you're hitting the water. Are you sure?
Well,
And you held your breath. Yeah, and you held your breath for a long time until you kind of forced yourself to take a breath, and then your entire body fills with you as
Can I
well.
use
Everyone
the
who's in the
sending
water,
stone
as
to
soon as
say,
you touch
how
the water,
deep is the water, Roddy?
it is cold.
You hear-
I'll take a
Yeah.
look.
Is it?
I'll take a
cold
look.
is it?
I actually want to see it anyways. I poke my head in the water.
How cold is
Yeah,
it?
once you break that plane, you can look into the water.
Mm.
It is super clear. You can see the bottom.
Is
the bottom is about 30 feet from
Okay,
the
here's
surface.
good-ish.
I'm good.
Like when you
I don't
went
know if
through,
I'm gonna
you
jump
still
from
nearly
60
hit
feet
the
in
bottom.
water, but it's not gonna
Freeze
kill
an
you.
ice
Oh,
block
shit.
around Taraka's feet before I start swimming.
Okay.
Alright, I will.
You feel your feet get even colder.
I can freeze a 5-foot cube of water.
Oh, cool. So I float.
And you
The
can
opposite way. You're like.
So I'll just sit. I'm like this. Like my feet are floating, and I'm just like.
Alright, so I'll jump down, but
Yeah,
the
control
entire
water
time going.
pretty fun.
Oh
Shake
no!
water.
Let's buy climbing equipment, Tristan. We're gonna need
Well,
climbing
when you
equipment.
jump,
Oh,
when
Tristan,
you-
shut up
when
and
you
jump in.
down and you look, you see climbing equipment wouldn't help you as much because there's nothing like now you see you're like, well, there's nothing to anchor anything into.
Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna-
okay to be
But
wrong.
there is as you all are down here, some of you are like, wait a minute, how the hell did Howard get out of here?
Yeah.
There's probably some other way to get out of this.
I have thunderstep. I give no fucks. I'll just fucking. I
Well, you gotta be able to see where you go.
Yeah. You can.
You could go straight up.
I can fly out
That's
of here.
fine.
All I have to do is get
And
enough
then fall
upward
back
force
in.
and just
No,
float.
thunderstep 1, thunderstep 2.
So I jumped up. Do I need to make a check or anything?
Have 2 spell slots.
The first blind person to jump in needed a check. But the water, you disrobe. You removed your armor, so you're not nearly as heavy as what you could be.
Yeah.
So you don't like when you hit the water, you see Thraka still coming up from the bottom. I mean, he went deep with his
I
leg.
gave him a flotation device.
Yeah, I came up like.
After a few seconds, yeah. But by the time you got in, you see him, get close to the surface. But the water itself is cold, very, very cold.
Yeah, shake my head off. I instantly regret my decision.
Telepathically to Flynn. Hey, you experiencing any shrinkage over there, elf boy?
No, it's quite warm. I had to pee.
Oh, why would you spoil this water?
Because I had to pee.
How are they talking? I have telepathy. They're
They're not talking.
Because I have sending.
You said
Actually, he could speak just fine. The question is, how well would you understand him?
Oh.
You're not necessarily expelling air in order to
Right,
speak
so
at this
start
point because you're
swimming.
breathing water.
yeah.
We're swimming in the direction we need to go.
Okay.
Is
It
he
is.
walking on the
Yeah,
ground?
he's just walking on the bottom.
So I swim up to the rope and grab it and
Alright.
kind of walk with him, letting him pull me.
You know what?
He's just.
I'm gonna
I'm
freeze
gonna-
Barry's feet too.
I'm going to fly my way over to the direction we're supposed to be going.
So I'm kind of floating
Okay.
as
Assuming I can
Rock
find
me or
which direction
pulls me
we're
now.
supposed to be going.
It's clear enough that you'll be able to see them get to that section of the where you guys see that you're supposed to go, where Howarth leads you to. There's a hole in the wall, about 2.5 feet wide,
Shove the midget.
just wide enough for his shoulders to get through.
I can't get through there.
You can, barely. You will have to scrape and scratch and pull yourself, and you're not not sure without this water breathing how you would have been able to actually do this.
I can't fit through the hole. I'll see you guys later.
Howarth is larger than you are. You're able to fit through with it like he is.
Who has thunderstep, bitches?
Oh wait, can I see through the hole?
The hole, it's
Don't
darkness
come in.
beyond, and this is a hole. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a tunnel like the descent tunnels.
Yeah.
It's okay.
that shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're officially spelunking.
So I can't understand from one end to the other.
No, because you have to see where you're going.
We'll just make some light in
I
front
didn't
of
know
us.
that was teleportation. I thought you literally just kind of jumped.
No, it says thunderstep, but you literally teleport from where you are and then reappear up to 300 feet away. But you have to see where you're going.
Right.
I'm going to begin to flavor the water like wine.
It's and it's just flowing past you. Especially as you get closer to this,
Is it flowing towards the hole? Are we going with the flow?
Oh, you guys are going directly against the current.
Never mind. I'm
That's
flipping
why
the
he's
so it's
grabbed
not
the
hard.
rope.
And at this point, your cantrip's doing a little bit. It's helping a little. It's easier for you than it is for anybody else, but this is still the only reason you guys aren't having to make athletic checks because you guys can basically take your time. You guys are moving through molasses, but you're still able to take your time and go and keep going.
So it's not
I'm
molasses
using
and
this
fire.
action to harden my mind.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do?
Thematically and cinematically, he's thinking of his family.
He's
and
got a long time running through your head.
training.
Yeah.
He's trying to
Gonna
harden his
be a
head
montage.
against these squid faces.
I wonder if I can breathe.
Now, sure, if there aren't any hard turns,
You
I
can't.
might not be able to get my spear through.
Yeah, but this is the thought that's going through
Right.
Flynn's head.
Well, remember you had this thought before in the wine room. You're like, can I breathe this? Okay, but
But he didn't have the opportunity to actually.
back to the game real quick. Who's going into the tunnel first? You
I
guys
will.
Howard?
Question beforehand,
Yeah.
before they make any decision. Can I make a packed weapon like a dagger, but make it more of like a spike, like a climbing spike? It's an action to make it.
Maybe I should go first since I didn't have to take my
I
armor off.
mean, sure. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Would
you
that give me
could.
advantage if I had a spike to pull myself through the hole?
There's plenty of handholds for you to move through, so spike's not really going to help. The difficulty of this is the current. Without the current, it'd be still pretty easy for
Oh
you guys
god,
to,
it's a
to climb
Zuko
through.
climbing through the
But
ice.
yeah, this is you are climbing.
I have
It's like you're trying to climb up a waterfall.
I've got the athletics to do it.
Well, either way, I'm gonna still create a packed weapon that's
Yeah, like a pick, like an ice pick type thing. and
yeah. Also, in case I get ambushed in the tunnel, I could stab it instead of. I can't swing a hammer. I can't swing a
Yeah.
hammer.
So
Yeah.
Arnos, then Triswin, then Thraka, then Flynn, then Perry, then.
I can always pull a rope through.
where's Howarth going? First or last?
Horus is going first. We don't trust him.
Okay. Howarth immediately, as he gets there, he looks around you
Well,
all
you may trust him.
and points into the tunnel, and then begins to squeeze himself in. And you can see this is going to take a while. As he squeezes himself into this hole, he just starts slowly worming his way through. He's a big dude. You have trouble mainly because of the armor. The armor is what is really binding you up. You realize you're kind of happy you took off your armor because with it would have kind of bind you up. It's your size. But the three of you guys don't really have much of a problem, including you. Like, you don't really have much of a problem moving through this. And thanks to the water breathing from Harry, the very, very clutch water breathing, you guys aren't fighting against this current. Or you guys aren't potentially drowning.
Well, I would have been okay.
As you all get all the way through, it's about a 10-minute crawl
Feather drag.
through this. Yeah, you lose a few feathers on the way.
Why?
The thing is, while the water itself may not, you guys, there's no risk of drowning here because everyone can breathe underwater.
Hypothermia.
The problem is, exactly, I
70
need
degrees
each of
worth
you
of
guys
water.
to go ahead and roll me a Constitution
Do we have
saving throw, except for you because the cold isn't affecting you at all.
Well, anyone who has resistance
No.
cold isn't being
Gorman?
affected by it.
No.
I don't have.
I have resistance to cold right now.
Yes, you do, so you don't have to worry about
I
Ah!
don't have resistance.
+3 to the people within 10 feet of me.
Oh, that's nice.
it. I'll give it to the person ahead of you
Was
and
it
the person
a
behind you. So you
con
said
save or
Arnos,
check?
and who was behind you?
Flynn.
I just have
Flynn or
protection.
Flynn?
Flynn?
Flynn.
Okay, so you two roll with +3.
You have
I
resistance.
rolled an 18, so I think I
Thank
can
you.
do it.
Soft 20.
Soft 20?
You know, the range of the
It is pretty soft. It's pretty cold water.
25.
25?
You're tiny.
I am going to use my other leg.
Your last luck point, go ahead.
So who gets slapped in the face with my
It's slightly
feathers?
better.
That would be fun.
Remember, you can use either roll.
I know, that's slightly better, so.
Okay.
It was shit. And slightly less than shit.
Exactly.
What's your roll?
That would be a 15.
Okay. Water is freezing cold, but you all managed to stave off most of the effects. But you guys realize you can't be in here much longer. It's getting harder and harder to just. You can feel your body temperature starting to drop.
I will warm the water
As
around me.
who was in first? You, correct?
Well, I was right behind, yeah.
Arnos.
Okay. You, as you come out of the tunnel, you go to start swimming up, and you feel hands on your shoulders, and you're pulled out of the water. And as you are, a hand is placed on your beak.
Well, I was going to be coming up quietly. Anyways.
As you blink away, you just see Horth in front of you like this. He turns and looks in. You can see there's a natural cavern that kind of meanders through, and you hear a strange clicking sound. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. Click, click, click.
Does that sound familiar? Do we have to do a click? No, those are coals. I remember.
Roll me a survival check.
Yay.
Great, is echolocating.
If it is some kind of demon, I have advantage. Why you do these to me?
I know myself, I was like,
Why you do this to me? That is only an 11.
11? Yeah. You've heard something similar when you walk on stone floors yourself. You hear your claws clicking against the ground. It's kind of similar to that.
Is it Echo the Dolphin?
How heavy are those clacks?
You can't tell. You can barely hear it in the distance, but you see Howarth is very just stoic in it. He slowly gets out of the water, takes a spot up against the wall, and very slowly pulls out his long sword. Then looks over at you and goes.
On the other. Yeah, I'll get on the other side of the
When
entrance.
we get out.
Now, who was after
Pass
Arnos?
trace.
You were after Arnos. So, Arnos, you see him come out of the water.
okay, I'll go up slowly, but
When you come up, roll me a perception check.
I didn't have perception.
No
Oh,
more
I
luck, no
do.
pressure.
That is 14.
14. You see Howarth with his back pressed up against the wall, holding a weapon, and you see Arnos moving to the other side, and he has your bow in your hand.
I was actually thinking about that. I think I have the spear ready.
Okay, so he's got the spear ready, and he's kind of looking down the hole, but you don't know why they're doing
But they're being quiet, obviously. So
Yeah.
I will.
I'll do this.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
I have a beak.
I
Come
know
on.
you have a beak.
I will do this.
I don't know what to put this.
So I'll get and go next to Arnos as quiet
Well,
as I can and start getting my armor out slowly and quietly.
that. Okay, roll me a stealth check.
God.
You know, the amount of room you have
I'll
isn't
muffle.
going to really
I'll see if I can
allow
help
you
muffle
to-
her with the wing.
Like you guys, where you guys are up, they're pressed up against a 5 foot wide tunnel.
If I can, I'll
You
help.
don't really have enough room to.
I'll help
pull your
muffle
stuff
her
out.
with like the wings.
Do you want to wait until I get out?
I might have to wait till you get out.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and wait till he gets out.
What was your roll?
Disadvantage.
That was
You don't have disadvantage on that until you get the armor on.
No, that's a 5.
Yeah.
Swim naked
As
next time.
you guys are moving through, or as you guys are waiting, and you're getting her up to you, she gets up to you and she takes her backpack off and drops it on the floor.
Clank.
And Howarth just
There goes
you
the.
just kind of, and then and you hear that click click click.
I'm not moving, I'm just like,
Well, there goes the surprise round.
Potentially. Hold on a minute.
Who's after Tristan?
I am.
it's fine.
Flynn, you come up, and you see, you come up right as Tristan drops her bag.
Lights
And
out.
yeah, you see Howarth and he moves into the tunnel a bit, and moves about 15 feet down the tunnel. As there's like if you can get up against him, but the four of you there's no one else that's gonna be able to serve.
Yeah, I'm following her.
Okay?
How
So
long
you
is this
follow
little
right
hallway
behind
we're
Howarth.
looking down?
As you look down the hallway, you can see the this is a natural hewn cavern. Like this isn't, no human hands have touched this. This is like a vein through this place, like shifting rock, and it meanders down a little bit and then turns to the right about 30 feet down.
Perry's up next.
Oh no, I thought it was stronger.
So
Thraka then.
Yeah, Thraka. You come up and you see Flynn gets out of the water directly and begins moving down this hall. You see Arnos and Triswin are up against the wall, and Triswin has her hands up in the air and has got her eyes closed. Both of you go and roll me stealth checks, please. Okay.
It's better than your 5.
Haworth is
I
just
know.
standing there. You're right behind Haworth, and you kind of have your wands up ready for anything. And he's just breathing heavily, staring down this hall that turns directly to the right. Just Thraka, you come up and you join Flint. Okay, you get it right. This is a tight cavern. I mean, Haworth may have his long sword out, but he's not going to be able to do anything but thrust at stuff because it's just there's not enough room in here. Who's after the Perry's in after that?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Rotmir, you're last. Okay, the two of you come up. You immediately read what's going on. You can too, as you've been to the tunnels like this. As you guys move up, I need you both to roll me stealth checks.
I have disadvantage.
Yes, you do.
Still sneakier than Flynn.
Wow.
Yep, still sneakier than Flynn.
That's really good.
Yeah, no, oh no, +1. So
17.
17, not bad.
Still sneakier.
33.
33.
Definitely sneakier than Flynn.
You're not even wearing
Yeah, you disappear into the caverns and are never seen again.
God.
So I motion to Triswin, pointing at my rifle.
So, you were all lined up now.
Okay.
Do you guys give Triswin the 5 minutes she needs for her and Arnos to put on her armor?
I do, and I cast silence on my rifle, which is 20 feet around me.
Okay, and how long does silence last?
It lasts
Should last minutes.
Like
I want to say
10 minutes.
almost a night.
Yeah, 10
minutes?
flat minutes.
Okay.
So,
Speed.
Okay, so you get your armor on, you cast your spell. By the time the spell fades, nothing has happened. Haworth turns once the spell is up, turns to you since you're the one right next to him, and says,
This path will lead us to a man-made cavern, what the hobgoblins made. It's built almost like a sepulchre. It's tight quarters, and there can be enemies around any corner of it. It's going to be dangerous, but try to get out, spread out as much as you can. These things, they do very well against low targets.
if he does that, Perry, make us quiet.
Like that quiet? Or.
No, it's a sneaky quiet.
Ooh, hey, the sneaky quiet. I got that one.
okay, real quick, before we do anything,
Silence spell might-
it is after 10 o'clock.
I'm good.
No, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Does anybody want to call it right now before we get into any of the shit, or do you guys want to continue on?
I'm good to play.
I'm good to carry on.
Oh my god.
Are we gonna do anything after this?
This could go.
Wait,
I'm not
why
gonna.
did
I
you
can't
do
allow it to go
shit?
super late because a lot of us have to be up super early tomorrow.
Yeah.
But okay, we'll keep going for a bit then. We'll at
Sure,
least
but-
try to get to the next section. Okay, of what's going to happen.
Do I hear Hogarth say that?
Yeah, at that point you guys can. I mean, this is a tight spot.
And then I say, well, then I should go first.
Let him pass through.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to let him pass through, but you guys can allow him to get up to the front. And Haworth turns and
Do you want me to stay behind him?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to be amenable to what you all want.
I will let you know when you upset me.
and he begins heading forward along with
Hammer
Rocco.
goes up in fire.
Cast without a trace.
So everyone, now I would like you all to roll me another set of stealth checks. This is a group stealth check with advantage. I'm sorry, not advantage, but with +10 to each of you.
I have advantage because of my boots. 26.
Thank you.
You have disadvantage now.
I have disadvantage.
Did you wanna
Oh
play?
yeah. Darn it.
Damn it, I can't see that.
All right, hold on.
That's 16.
16 and 19.
So 27.
You probably should just have moved the wire out of the way.
I know.
The 10 wasn't cocked, by the way.
It wasn't cocked?
No.
Damn.
It was
Take the
high.
10.
Take the 10 then, yeah. Well, it's,
Plus 10.
that's 19.
19.
I mumble under my breath.
Minus
So
1.
27. Okay, I've only heard a few. I've heard 28. I've heard 19. I've heard 27.
25.
32. I got 26.
32, 26.
32.
32. Okay.
Yeah.
And 2 people disappear, and Flame's like, I'm sleeping. Where the fuck is it go?
You guys slowly begin moving down this tunnel. The moisture within this air, and now that you're out of the water, you guys feel airflow moving through this place, and it is cold. The same people that rolled a Constitution saving check before, and you guys roll another Constitution saving throw. So basically, you 4.
Preston, did you take the dry off?
It helps a little, but it's still freezing cold in this cavern. Go ahead.
My beak is chattering. That's an at one.
Holy crap.
You take the first level of exhaustion.
Is
That's
he
it.
still next to me? Because he would get the +3.
No, that
Oh,
wouldn't save.
it's a natural 1.
Ones or
Oh.
fails?
It wouldn't have mattered either way. That was
That's
wait, yeah, I guess it was a saving throw. My bad. But
Apparently, I'm immune to
Oh
something.
my god.
Oh, what?
That's a 16 plus 8.
Okay. And you?
What is a 16, David?
I'm sorry?
What is a 16, David?
Okay.
I did Jeopardy style.
And you rolled a what?
25.
25? Okay, so you're the only one that it's really just got in your feathers, man, touched your skin, and
I've
you're
got
not.
I've got frosty tips.
Yes.
How's it look?
Looks like a bad show.
Yes. As you all go through this cavern, it does eventually open up. And it gets you turned around to the point where you're not entirely sure what direction you're going. As this tunnel goes up, down, and around and through, and at one point you're literally descending down this tunnel until it runs into what looks to be a sudden and stark change. It opens up into a man-made cavern. You guys have seen architecture like this before. Within Marikdar, there were several buildings, the oldest buildings, including the Desert's Oasis, that had that large block construction.
The same thing.
It's the same thing.
Obviously
What's in
not
the room?
right?
Looking at the room that you guys come into, it is a 40-foot by 40-foot room, and there are 3 doors. There's one directly opposite from you all, and there's one on both of the walls. All 3 of these doors are closed. As you step in, you guys see at the center of this room, there is a statue. At one time, it may have been a very nice and well-made and well-maintained one, but time did not do the damage to this thing. This thing was defaced. Its head has been removed and lays at its feet. The face itself has been scratched off. You can still see 3-fingered grooves running across the stone section. The blade itself that was once held aloft in its hand has been destroyed. The sword itself, though, still lays there. The sword is not stone. The sword appears to be of fine design. It is almost looking. It almost looks like a scimitar.
So, Tyson 6?
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
think Thraka picked it up, so.
So you move into the room. Roll me a dexterity saving throw, please. As Thraka pushes past Rotman and immediately goes to move for the blade, as you take a few steps forward, suddenly the floor is not beneath your feet, and you plummet.
Yeet.
Do I... Is my short dwarven arm within
Yeah, no,
reach?
he gets 15 feet in the room when this happens. You fall, hitting what looks to be a stone structure. It's just a stone chute, but shards of wood and glass have been placed on the bottom of this. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage and 6 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
So, 14. They ain't go in my butt. That's all I needed to
They
know.
did not go in your
Oh,
butt.
thank God.
And nothing went in your butt.
My anus is back.
Moving around that, keeping a careful eye on the floor, I'm gonna head to the door.
Which door?
I've already fallen.
Straight ahead.
Now, the room that he's in, there is a 10-foot wide path. It's 10 feet by 10 feet that fell under his feet. So you try to move around that, correct?
Everybody abort mission. David started using traps.
This is the correct door.
To be honest, I don't remember much past this point. I know this is the labyrinth. I know there's one. The only room I can remember is a room of fire, and we must be very careful there.
So go to this middle door and open it.
Okay.
I'm gonna climb my ass out.
Okay. So while Horth begins to move across, what is everyone else doing?
I'm following my Polish mine detector.
I'm going to step in the places where Horth stepped.
Okay. Horth moves slowly, and at one point he stops, looks at the ground, kicks a couple of loose rocks that are there, and then slowly moves around that point and begins still making his way across the other room. As he makes this strange kind of meandering path, he gets to the door on the opposite side, looks at it, and then looks back at you.
Is there something wrong with it?
I don't think so. I don't see a locking mechanism on. This is weird. I don't even see a handle. But I think we push on these doors and they detach and then slide on the other sides.
So push on the door.
He pushes on the door. At this point, where is everybody currently in the room?
10
So,
feet back from
yeah,
Horth.
you're 10 feet back from Howard
I'm right next
to Howard. You're right on his ass.
I'm right behind Glenn.
Okay, and you're behind, and then you're climbing out of the hole.
Contemplating offering my weak arse hand to this guy to help him get out.
No.
Okay, so you're helping him get out.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an athletics check. I'm going to give you advantage because
18.
he's helping you. You don't even need it. So as he's pulling you up, right as your feet get out of this hole, the stone relatches and it closes, nearly crushing your feet. Right as that happens, you hear a mechanical sound, and a gate closes on the passage that you all just came through. The gate of bars are inches wide. That's it. There's only an inch of space between each of these bars. The bars appear to be thick. You hear further mechanical metallic clanking as you look at the other two doors that are on the sides, and the same type of gate has fallen on that side. As he pushes on the door itself pushes back about an inch, and then a hole opens right between where his hands are, and green gas begins to be poured out of that hole. That's where we're gonna have to stop tonight.
At least grab the sword.
Anyone have a potion of gas breathing?
I got shards of glass in my butt cheeks. At least one
So
sword.
on the next time we pick it up, you'll be able to go ahead and try to
Pull those
grab
out.
that scimitar.
Man.
I'd keep going, but this could take a couple hours to get through this next section. So
Yeah, no worries. It was fun.
we'll go ahead and we'll call it here. We're gonna have ourselves a nice long game session. The next time we play, we're gonna try to get through a lot of it. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please come back and watch it again. But most importantly, I hope all of you guys have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you all next time.